Good evening, everybody. Good evening. Good evening. Let me get on the screen. How you feeling? Laurie, how you feeling this evening? Good evening. Thank you for hitting the like button on the way in. I appreciate you. Black Pearl, good evening. How you feeling? How you feeling? Key Mathis, what's going on? How you feeling? Good evening, Charmaine. Hardest working woman in Ohio. Oh, you gotta update your name on Patreon. Okay. Yeah, because once I learn one name for you, I'm sorry, I'm one of those people. I'll just keep calling you the same name I learned the first time. So definitely ready for a good game. Definitely hit the like button on the way in, y'all. Hit the like button on the way in. A.M. Williams, good evening. How you feeling? I'm ready for a good game too, Black Pearl. I'm ready for a good game. I am ready. Let's see what they got going on here. Let me refresh this. Latika, what's going on?
I don't think he went to school nowhere. If he went to school, he didn't learn nothing.
He ain't learned nothing. He ain't learned nothing. Latika, I just watched that last one you sent me on IG. Oh my goodness. Where he said they don't want Raheem Morris because he didn't wear team issue socks. Oh my goodness. I almost started crying. He is wild for that. He is wild for that. He ain't had to do Raheem Morris like that. He ain't have to do him like that. He did not have to do him that way. Make sure my phone is charged. I'm gonna watch the game from my phone. Since this is the ESPN. Since the ESPN stream tonight. All right, so far, it's looking like everybody is pulling for Miami. I'm pulling for Miami. I believe they're gonna be able to pull this thing out. I just don't know how Indiana's gonna deal with the pass rush from Miami because they can do it with 4. Beast, what's going on? How you feeling, man? Beast, we held strong. We stood in there. We had the Rams. we had the Rams last night. It was a close one. Tonight we got Miami. Let's see how we do. Princess Premier, what's going on? How you feeling this evening? Are you going for Miami too? Okay. Everybody repping the 305. C.A. Anderson, Seattle is in the house. How you feeling? So we got 53 more Shadors. And then they were showing Shador. He said he didn't want to do nothing but spread love. He didn't want to do nothing but spread love. Oh, man, they're going to have a field day with Kevin Stefanski this year. He's never going to hear the end of it. Hey, he should have thought about that. You know, he wanted the job. Then he was getting on Matt Ryan. He like, you see what Matt Ryan did when he was here? I'm like, oh, man. Miss Markle, good evening. How you feeling? Yeah, we repping the 305. We repping the 305. Charmaine has never wavered, has never switched up. She has always said no to Mendoza. She's like, no Mendoza. Not this way. No way, no how. Actually, I lived in South Florida for a little while, so it's funny seeing I don't know if they changed the name, but when I lived down there and I actually worked at the stadium, they used to call it the Hard Rock Stadium, and it was before they added like something to the roof so you can have some shade because that sun just beaming down used to be crazy. It used to be crazy. There's a whole lot of red in that crowd. Where the Miami fans at? Yeah, they supposed to show up. Like, if you make it to the national championship and it's in your hometown, come on now. Indiana only supposed to have whatever student section tickets they get. There's no way they supposed to fill up that crowd. There's no way. No way at all. Let me get it pulled up here. Let me get ESPN up on my phone. Right. Talk about all he said is I love you. that that dude was funny. The thing that took me out was he like, how you hire a bad coach and another bad coach? Zedric, what's going on? How you feeling, man? We back at it. We back at it. Saturday night, Sunday. And we back at it on Monday. Brent, what's going on? How you feeling? Hey, everybody's riding with the U, or at least majority of people riding with the U. I'm going with the Indianapolis Colts because that is where my son was born. Let's go. I randomly took a trip to Indiana when I still lived in Ohio, and I was like, dang, I want to get away from Cleveland for a little while. And I drove to Indiana, and I went to a Pacers game when Jason Kidd was still coaching the Milwaukee Bucks. And I got a very last minute ticket to the game, and I was sitting like 2 rows from the court. It was crazy. I like the atmosphere there. It was a lot of fun. Just a random trip I went on solo one day. Let's see. The way my picks have been this past week, I'm picking Indiana. Cedric said, I'm just going to go against what I was going to pick. I'm just going to go against what I was going to pick. All right, so we don't have it on yet. Let me go to watch. Yeah, they still doing a pregame showcase. Let's see what they're talking about on this pregame. 13 Pro Cow, it's been a minute. How you been? 13 Pro Cow, what's going on? It's been a minute. I hope you're doing good. And Zedric, that's the reason why. This year I didn't do any sports betting. I stopped doing it during the regular season a couple seasons ago, but then last year I did some sports betting during the NFL playoffs. But now, man, I leave it all the way alone. You add that emotion to when you picking teams, you can blow it all the way up, mess it all the way up. So I know exactly how you feeling after this weekend, man, because I've done it multiple times. I am Adam Mendoza. I don't know him, but he won the Heisman, and he a pretty good QB. Is there anything else he going up against Carson Beck tonight? I want to see how he handles pressure because the Miami defensive line and front four, they can put a lot of pressure on you, and they can drop 7 into coverage. So if you can get pressure with 4, drop 7 into coverage, it's going to be a long day for the quarterback and the offense. I like Miami, but I don't trust Beck. I think Indiana's going to win. If you Black Pearl, you speaking my language. So when I was breaking down quarterbacks the whole year, college quarterbacks in NFL on Tuesdays, before I stopped doing the Tuesday live stream, I always felt the way about Carson Beck because he was so hyped up 2 years ago, and I just couldn't get over. They were saying he was supposed to go number 1 overall, and he never lived up to the hype. So for me, I always had a bias against him, especially if you don't make it in Georgia with all the talent, all the weapons, and all that stuff. So I don't fully trust Carson Beck. I really like Malachi Toney. I think they have some running backs who are solid, and I'm more so relying on their defense. I'm picking Miami strictly based off their defense. Trump is at the national anthem. I just turned it on my phone. I just seen a guy singing, but I just got it on my phone. Was this game on the challenge? No, C.A. Anderson. No, this wasn't on the challenge. Just the NFL games. Miami had saying shook too. They did, and they made Ohio State bench 2 of their offensive linemen starting the second half of the game. So when it's like that, when it's like that, you're like, okay, there's something different. There's something different. Where Michael Irvin at? Oh, you know he in the building. You know he not missing this. D, I agree. I'm looking forward to seeing how Mendoza handles that Miami defense. Yes, and Miami also, they're a hard hitting team, very physical. So I like that. I like that about them. If you could kind of out physical Ohio State, you have to be a very physical team. So it's just some positives to what Miami does. It's some positives there where I'm looking at them like I can see them making some stuff happen. I can see them making some stuff happen, get some stuff done. So all the reasons why I'm picking Miami. All the reasons why I'm picking Miami. Blind Beauty, how you feeling? What's going on? I don't understand. Like Brady is just there. Do they have Brady? Is he working? Is he calling anything, or is it he just there because his name is Brady? I wonder what it is. Ohio State was a disappointment to me. Yeah, Ohio State. I was shocked. I was shocked that Miami was so physical with them. Great take on the back, and I agree. I think if they win, Miami defense will win it for them. They've been in some low scoring games, and Miami's defense has held some teams down where teams haven't been able to score like they normally do. So, Selmo for AWOL tonight. We got to see. He might pop up. He was in. This is my second stream of the day, so he was here earlier. He might pop in. We gonna see. We gonna be looking for him, Prentice. We gonna be looking for him. We gonna be looking for him. Coach Prime getting a lot of good transfers. He is. He's fine. I saw something that like 70-something guys left and 70-something came back. My numbers could be a little bit off, but I can't wait till all this movement is finished in college, and then we could just look at what teams are actually going to do and what they're going to be. I can't wait. Brady like Mendoza unless he was being courteous. I think he could sell himself on Mendoza, especially when you're trying to turn the Raiders around. You got the number 1 pick. Just got a 0-star running back out of high school today, but he looked like he nice though. In the go-go offense, even if you're not the top running back, you could be the running back that they use you as a lead blocker. You could be a receiving threat. The go-go offense, I'm really excited for what Brendan Marion is going to be able to do. I'm really excited. Oh, got you. Saw him in the morning. I was behind the scenes watching. Oh, got you. Yeah, he was here this morning. Miss Sparks said, I don't want nothing to do with college. She like, I thought this was NFL. Yeah, this is the national championship right here, Miss Sparks. National championship. It's only 3 games left in the NFL. Sunday is gonna be 2 games. You got the NFC AFC championship game and the Super Bowl after that. I can't trust these star ratings anymore. Indiana proof of that. Yeah. Indiana is big time proof of that. I think it's more so. I saw a breakdown that said you need guys who play in the same system for multiple seasons in a row. And I believe Ohio State had like 18 or 19 guys who returned from the previous year when Ohio State won the national championship. And it's something else. I think it's like 23 for Indiana. So don't play the sound. Oh, yeah, Beast. I am not playing the sound. I don't have no time to be getting sniped today. So I'm not even going to turn it on my computer. I'm even just going to watch the game from my cell phone. I ain't even going to take myself out like that. I ain't going to take myself out because, hey, it's all right when they do it. It's a problem when I do it. I play the sound, man, my stuff gets sniped right away. That's the only times my streams have got sniped. So I'm not going to play it. Let's get this up here. It's almost time. It's almost time to get this thing going. Waiting for that game cast to kick in. But we're going to see. All right. Miami got on that white. They got on them white uniforms. After watching all this year, I'm so hype about actually, you know what? Thank you for reminding me, Beast. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to let me do this. Let me look at this. I'm going to keep my YouTube back office open just to check and see if they send me like any warnings or anything. Just in case. Just in case. So I'm gonna keep that open just in case they send me any warnings. So I appreciate that, Beast. I'm gonna see, but if you see me just switch the screen to something else, y'all know why. Y'all know why. If Mendoza having trouble with Miami's defense, he's going to have problems with shifty NFL defenses. Eyes on this game. 13 pro crowd. I totally agree. That's why this is a good game to watch to see how he performs, because for the most part, he hasn't really been challenged a lot in college, at least this season. So we're gonna see. We're gonna see how he does. It's all good, Miss Sparkles. It's all good. It's all good. It's all good. We'll catch you in the next one. You know, we'll be live. We'll be live Wednesday. 10:30 Eastern Standard Time. So definitely check us out there, Miss Sparkles. Of course, Michael Irvin is the honorary captain for Miami. Yeah, I would say it's no way Michael Irvin's not gonna be there. It's no way Michael Irvin's not gonna be there. Shanithia, what is going on? How you feeling?
Broncos country, let's ride. Broncos country, let's ride.
Come to Off the Record D, where we gonna read your super chats. Your voice is gonna be heard. Yeah, Carson got to come out. He been in college about 7 years. About 7 years. Good evening, Shanithia. How you feeling? How you feeling? Yeah, he been in college for so long. It's about time. They got to kick him out of college at this point. They say, "Hey, Carson, man, college, you're not supposed to be in college for 7 years. This is not a 7-year thing, man." They telling Carson he got to get up out of there. Man, they're really selling this story of Fernando Mendoza wanting to go to Miami, like with all the pictures and all that stuff. They're trying their best to sell the story. Princess Premier, hopefully I'm not a business day behind today. Hopefully I'm on real time today. Yeah, but that, I don't know what was up. My stream last night, y'all was reacting to what happened already. I'm trying to figure out what's going on still. So hopefully we on real time. Yeah, he Black Pearl, he'd have been in college forever. Dylan Gabriel in college 15 years. For real, they might have 2 degrees. How many degrees you get? Oh, I got 3 while I was there. You was there long enough. I forget how much pomp and circumstances there are with championships games. Yeah, it's a lot. Crazy. They talking about back 3rd round pick. What you think? Yeah, I would say that's about right. 3rd round pick. My whole thing with Carson Beck is, if you're gonna be in college this long, you should be dominating. Yeah, he had a better year, but you should be dominating when you've been in college this long. Miami got the ball first. All right, so we looking good so far. No notices or nothing from the back office. Doggy Bone, what's going on? What is going on? How you feeling, man? How you feeling? Doggy Bone, who you got tonight? You got Indiana, you got Miami. Who you got tonight? I'm actually watching Bluey. I'm locked in, y'all. Let's go. Let me make this full screen on my phone. One good thing I want to, or actually one thing I want to see from Miami is, I want to see Miami run some tempo, because Indiana does not substitute. Nice run on first down right there. Nice run on first down. That's what I'm talking about. I want to see Miami go tempo, because Indiana only plays about 12 or 13 guys on defense. So I want to see them try to tire them out. I want to see that. All right, I'm nervous. All right, my stream's still going, so I'm good. My grandbaby won't let me turn the TV. Oh, no. Tell her you got to share. Say you got to share. Let's go, Malachi. First down. First down. Man, I can't live. I'm still behind. How far behind? How far behind would you say I am, Prentice? I know my stream. So my stream is set. It's gonna be behind about 10 seconds. It's gonna be behind about 10 seconds. I got it set like that, so just in case it goes out. Um, Pulling for Miami. I'm biased. Wants to see Mendoza get busted because how Cleveland media just glazed him. Also, I root for the underdogs. Hey, I can't knock you for that. I can't knock you for feeling that way. I can't knock you. I can't knock you at all for feeling that way. I can't knock it. Hey, settle down, Carson. What you doing? Carson Beck with these happy feet, man. These happy feet. Settle down. Oh, one play. Got you. Okay. All right, so I ain't too far behind. Yesterday, yesterday it seemed like I was real far behind. One play, not too bad. Carson Beck, settle down, man. Settle down, Carson Beck. It's early in the game. It's 0-0. It's no pressure. You don't need to be jumping all around, dancing all around like that. That Fletcher gave my OSU the business. Is that the linebacker for Indiana? Oh, man. They got the punt here. They got the punt. If they could have got a couple more yards there, they probably could have went for it, but they're going to have to punt there. They got a punt. Yeah, Mendoza, he don't want none of Cleveland media. He don't want no parts of that. Yeah, they got a punt. Oh, man, that's surprising. I don't know why he did a fair punt at the 5-yard line. You got to take your chances, see if that thing bounce. You got to fake them out and let that bounce. How was Indiana defense? They're physical and they tackle. They don't make a bunch of mistakes. So the way that I would attack Indiana's defense is they don't play a lot of guys, so I would keep them on the field as long as I could. That's how I would attack them, by keeping them on the field as long as you can. Tour man, what's going on? Yeah, we in here. We going for the Hurricanes. We are in here. We going Miami. Good evening, everyone. I picked up some extra hours this evening, but my shift ends now at 8 p.m. TK, what's going on? How are you feeling? How are you feeling? Mendoza will start crying, messing with Cleveland media, for real. For real. Wet 11s, good evening. How you feeling? I got you on the TV in the OR. I'm at work. Oh, shout out to you. Get that money, Wet 11s. Oh, it is that time. It is that time. Y'all on the third shift grind. It is that time. I want to change my view here, but I guess I gotta wait till this commercial's over. I saw Slew, the comedian that he does a thing like he does impersonations. He did an impersonation of Carson Beck. It was so funny. It was so funny. Carson Beck just quirky. He needs a very strong head coach. Very strong head coach, because it's gonna be weird in the locker room. He needs a super strong head coach. Oh, Latika. Latika, the video you sent me, I forgot to play it. The pregame network. I forgot to play it earlier. So Latika, I'm going to play that video on Wednesday. As soon as I end the stream, I realized I forgot to play it. So I'm going to play that video you sent me on Wednesday's live stream, Latika. Because I thought that was a great video on how they broke it down. Also, I appreciate how direct he was with saying how he felt. So I'm going to get to that on Wednesday. Yeah, I like the Skycast. Let me get the Skycast. All right, we're looking good there. No issues. Let me see who you got on there too, man. All right, so just give up the first down on first down. Okay. Miami. Miami, what you got going on? Nice play coming down by the safety. Good play there. Good play. Oh, plug with the hurricane helmet. Let's go. Let's go. Second and 9. Let's see what we get here. Probably playing zone. Bane out there. They chipping. Miami is playing physical. They're getting to the ball fast. This is what I like to see. This is the first big moment of the game. It's going to be 3rd and 7. We're going to see if Miami send pressure or if they just go with that front four and they drop out. Who has the ball? Indiana has the ball. Indiana has the ball. It's 3rd and 8 from the 18-yard line. Good evening, Ms. Brown. How you feeling tonight? How are you feeling tonight? Oh, they get to him. They flush him out the pocket. He throws it away. He gets nothing. Just like that, they get a stop. Just like that, they get a stop. They flush him out the pocket. They get him going to his right, cut off half of the field due to the pressure. Oh, my goodness. Man, they just blew that running back up. Ran that running back right over. Now they get a stop. They got a punt. Way too many regular people on the sidelines. Oh, yeah, that is a ton of people. That is a ton of people right there. All right, let's see if we can flip the field here. Nice return. Okay. Almost at midfield. Flag came in late. We're going to see what that flag is about. Flag came in late. We're going to see what that's about. Yeah. When I watched it, I was like, oh, yeah, I got to play this on stream. And it's funny how you said you can just substitute Shador's name or Coach Prime, and they look at him the same way. They look at him and respond to him the same way. And that's another thing. I was just about to say, Latika, I haven't watched him a ton, but he was just so direct, and I was like, you are speaking my language. Like, I'm such a big fan of people who just tell it how they feel. They don't dance around stuff. Don't give me all this extra language. Don't give me all these extra words. None of that. Tell me exactly how you feel about the situation. And that was one of my biggest takeaways. That he just called it how he see it. He got to the point. Other people would have stretched that video out. It probably would have been 40 minutes long. He said, look, I'm just going to lay this thing out exactly how I feel, and it's going to take me 12 minutes. I'll send it to you. It's it's the pregame network. It's the pregame network. Let me see. Latika sent it to me the other day. Share. Oh, I didn't even think about that. I got you. I sent it. I sent it on Patreon, but that's even better. That's even better. Let me pull it up and then I'll drop it. I'll drop it in the chat here for y'all. Uh, but definitely was a good video. Definitely was a good video. Yeah, straight to the point. Straight to the point. I was like, okay, I can rock with this. I can rock with this. Let me see. Copy link. Here we go. All right, there we go. That's the pregame. I think it's called the pregame network is a channel. I watched them a couple times before when they were talking about like Colorado stuff. But I don't get to see as many content creators now. But if somebody shares a video with me and I watch it and I enjoy it, I'm gonna let y'all know. But I watched that video and I was like, I like this. Mendoza, a fifth round pick to me. He better do something elite because Sanders deep ball look better than his. I would say if you were curious, what could the knocks be on Fernando Mendoza? It is they run a lot of RPO style stuff, so he can read defenses, but they give him like two quick reads. Read this player, read this safety, read this end, hand it off, or so that would be the only knock that I see on him. Because that's not really gonna work full time in the NFL. That's not gonna work. Man, they got this Skycast up super high. All right, picked up a couple there. We need to start a GC Patreon, I see. I want to see if they throw across the middle. Who with Carson Beck or Mendoza? Carson Beck, I think he feels more comfortable throwing to the outside. They showing pressure up front. He dropped out. Man, why didn't you follow your block to the right? Man, you got to follow that blocker. Cutting it back up inside wasn't it? Once he dropped out, y'all definitely had the advantage. Yeah, y'all had the advantage to the right. How many teams Mendoza played for? He played for Cal. He played for Cal and he played for Indiana. So he played for Cal a couple years. I want to see if Mendoza can throw across the middle. Oh, group chat, got you. Yeah, y'all know I'll be. I don't got nothing for no abbreviations. Y'all gotta break it down, spell it out for me. I think it's an option. Let me see where I can put everybody in the chat over there. Let me see. Group chats. They got stopped on 3rd and 5. How do I add people? Okay, your chat is now open. Anyone who joins the chat can see the full history. On to help keep you safe. Okay. All right, so on Patreon, I just sent a test chat. I started a group chat. I sent a test chat so y'all can go in there and see if it allows y'all to comment. It says everybody should be able to comment in the group chat. Beast is almost over Carson Beck already. He said, this dude Carson Beck is terrible. Can't even get a first down. Got all the time in the pocket. Yeah, they're giving him the time. He not running for his life. Not running for his life. Beck is going to make these Indiana corners look like Greek gods tonight. Yeah. That's why I said on that first drive, like, he got to settle down. Was he good at Cal? Why he leave? Yeah, just like Black Pearl said, he's way better at Indiana than he was at Cal. Way better. What's the flag for? I never seen Mendoza rolling out this much or having to escape the pocket. So we're gonna see how this goes. Yeah, Carson Beck is the QB for Miami. TK. What's the flag? Holding, 1st and 20. That's not how you want to start. D, that's why I said I don't trust Beck. Yeah, I don't fully trust him. I just think that maybe the defense gonna have to score something. Mendoza pressure, Tom Brady scouted him on the sideline. Okay, got you. I think he going number one regardless to me, Prentice Premier. I think he going number one regardless. Carson was with Texas, right when, then went for millions. He was with Georgia. He was on Georgia. Oh my goodness. Come on now. Miami? What y'all got going on now? Miami. What y'all got going on? Marie, what's going on? How you feeling this evening?
You about to lose your job. You about to lose your job.
Everybody stay on that side when they switched up. You switched up, stay on that side, man.
What's going on, Marie? Mendoza scared of that defense. Yeah, he not trying to get hit. He not trying to get hit. Tom is in the ownership of the Oakland, so I'm sorry, not Oakland, Las Vegas Raiders. So I don't think he's gonna just let them convert that 1st and 20 is crazy. That is, because usually that's the drive killer. But he's in the ownership group, so I don't think he want to get out there and coach. I think Tom Brady probably don't have the patience to coach, to be honest with you. D. Benson looking good out there. He is blocking for his life. Trying their best. Was that Georgia? Who was the dude Arch was playing behind? That was Quinn Ewers. He's in the NFL now. He's on the Miami Dolphins. I think he got drafted late, like 7th round draft pick or something. All right, so let me leave that alone. I did start a group chat on Patreon. We'll see if y'all can see it. All right, they starting to move the ball, Miami. What's going on? What is going on, Miami? They're starting to move the ball on y'all. Brady needs to coach his son. How old is Tom Brady's son? Is he in high school yet? I'm not sure how old his son is. Yeah, I think somebody like Tom Brady, I don't know if they had the patience. See Dolphins hire Jeff Hafley. Yeah, I'm surprised he shot up boards so quickly, head coaching boards, and they're like, we can't let you get out of here. But they're saying, I guess it's the polar opposite of how Mike McDaniels was, where Mike McDaniels was more lax, more chill, and there's like he's gonna get stuff in order. So it could be right exactly what Miami needs right now. Miami defense gonna get tired. Can't even get a first down on offense. Yeah, they got to be able to sustain some drives. They have to. Carson Beck got to settle in, slow down his thought process. When you look at a quarterback when they drop back in the pocket and their feet are moving all over the place, that's basically how their mind is moving. He got to settle down. They got to get him settled down in the pocket, and they definitely need some extended drives. Can't keep just running your defense out there. You cannot do that. They said the Dolphins was super impressed by him. Zedric, you know what's funny? He was defensive backs coach at Ohio State. I don't know about he was at Ohio State as defensive backs coach, but at some point after Tyvis left Ohio State, he was his defensive backs coach. And okay, I thought that was I got distracted. He was Tyvis' defensive back coach, and Tyvis was speaking highly of him, saying he was a straight up, honest dude that just tells you like it is. Yeah, Mendoza gonna be getting hit. He is going to be getting hit in this game. I'm good. I want Indiana to win. I'm rooting for 67 Khalil Benson. He went to CU last year, started. And the D tackle, his mom was a beautiful personality, and she don't play about hers. Let's go 67. They got to do something. I'm going for Miami. I'm going for Miami. But I definitely want to see anybody come from CU. I want to see them have success. I see Mendoza patting the ball. I better hear national media crying about it early tomorrow morning. Doggy Bone, you know he can do no wrong. He can do no wrong. Miami. I picked y'all for y'all defense now. Miami. What y'all got going on here? That's a little bit better. He made that stop because if he would have got through there, he had some green field in front of him. All right, they switching it up on him. Come on, man. Not D tackle. Oh, don't touch two. Got you. Okay, got you. Don't touch two. Got you. He's on the line. I want him to get drafted. I was looking at some mock draft stuff, and I believe people were talking about him. As, if I remember correctly, as like a second or third round pick, if I remember correctly. Because I've been looking at some offensive linemen, because I know that's something the Browns need. So I believe that's how they've been talking about him. Showing pressure up the A gap. He throws it up. No good. They are hitting Mendoza. Fernando lip bleeding. Yeah, they're hitting him. He's taking the licking. You got to be. Oh, that was almost picked. All right, Miami defense, you did something for me. Mendoza is going to fill those hits tomorrow. He is. He is definitely going to fill those tomorrow. He definitely is. All right, Indiana on the board first. Okay, cool. So y'all are. It's letting y'all good. It's letting y'all work in the group chat, so that's good. Because I couldn't see it on my end. I just started. I just put a video there just to have something there. But I see Key Mathis is there. C.A. Anderson is there. So Latika, I started a group chat on Patreon, so you should be able to join it there, and then everybody can communicate with each other in the group chat. And I just put a video there. That's the video we were talking about, but I just put something there so it would start so everybody could see it. But it worked, so that's good. I'm hype about that. Dang, my TV is behind, shaking my head. If nobody else feel your pain, Black Pearl, I feel your pain. Because I don't know what it is. So if I'm watching on the TV, all the way to my right, it shows up. I'm in real time. I'm right there with y'all. If I stream it from my computer, stream it from my phone, I'm always like a play behind. I'm always a play behind. Always. I don't know what it is. I don't know why they do me like that on the streams, but that's how they do me. That's how they do me. Taking a licking and keeps on ticking. She out of here, y'all. Finally, I can watch the game. Welcome in. You didn't miss much. You missed both of the teams punting, and then Indiana had a decent drive there for a field goal. So you didn't miss much. C.A. Anderson. You didn't miss much. I seen that. You say you locked in, and you locked in on Bluey. I was like, oh no. Oh no. Yeah, I saw this function on Patreon, but I never used it. But now we in there. D. Lewis was the defensive line coach at CU last year. He went to his alma mater, Miami, and he has that defense turned up. That's how he was at CU. I wish he would have stayed, but I get Florida was home. Yeah, it's hard. It's hard when home is calling. When home is calling you, plus oh, you follow the graphics? Oh, okay. So you was still in there. It was a little bit behind because I don't, or actually no, the ESPN on my computer screen is up to date. Oh, he took a big hit right there. They showing a replay of Fernando Mendoza when he got hit and his lip was bleeding. Kurt is mad. He said, "Hey man, they hit my guy. Yeah, but it's hard. It's hard when home is calling. Like I lived in South Florida, so I mean, the right opportunity presented itself, I would live in South Florida again. So I can't even knock him for that. Marie, do you know which unit he's coaching? Is he coaching like D line? Is he coaching linebackers, safeties? Because their D line, they got two really good D linemen that's gonna get drafted for sure. So that's big if he's coaching that D line. Oh yeah, if he coaching them D line, oh my goodness, because that's the whole reason why I picked Miami to win was their D line. Their D line, I thought they could wreck this game. They're sending a message with these hits. They are, and you know, like you want to see, will a person quit? You want to see if a person will quit if they keep getting hit like that. Or if they can get him like skittish where he's in the pocket and he's like, all right, I'm not going to take another hit. Let me slide. Let me roll. Then they can get you off your game like that just by playing within, whistle to whistle. Y'all want to know something else I noticed? The same way the Cleveland media is messed up, I noticed it's just as many haters for CU. Like, I don't know if it's something that's just happening right now, but besides the Atlanta stuff that's on my timeline on YouTube, I'm seeing a lot of people who are like, I'm trying to think of the right word to describe how they are when they talk about CU. They're like doom and gloom when it comes to CU. They think the world is crashing. Nothing positive is happening at CU. It's the end of the world if a player leaves. And I don't know if I just didn't notice this before, but I'm seeing a lot of it now, and I'm like, man, why do people hate Coach Prime and CU so much to try to twist it and act like stuff that happens at every college with people entering the portal is different when it happens at CU. The haters for CU was there year one of Prime. You know what it is too? It's like at that time I really just was watching it through the lens of a fan. I wasn't watching it through the lens of somebody who's kind of paying attention to how people are covering it. But now that I'm paying attention more to how people are covering what's actually happening, I think that's why I'm noticing it more. And I'm like, this don't make sense. The world is not crashing into CU. Like, I think CU is going to be real good this year. Man. It's just a hate that they have for Dion. It's been like that from the beginning. It's crazy. It is crazy. Like, I never seen it. I never seen it to this degree. So it could just, like I'm saying, it could just be that I'm being more exposed to it, but it's ridiculous. Like, anything that happens, one person into the portal, world is over. I'm like, what? I don't know. I don't get it. It don't make sense to me that people just have that much hate in their heart. Come on, Miami. Miami, come on now. Yeah. They are not getting no separation from these DBs. No separation. D is Coach Prime. They love him and they love to hate him. 2 is weird. Yeah, it's it's a different thing. It's a different thing. I guess I'm used to like how the Cleveland media is negative. What just happened there? Yeah, I'm used to how the Cleveland media is negative, but this is just something else. Because it's like people that actually cover the team all the time, so it don't make sense. Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness. Carson Beck. This is not the time to be Carson Beck. This is not the time. This is not the time. It's just a hate that they have for Dion. It's been like that from the beginning. Man, it's crazy. And that running back had no chance. That running back had no chance. Yeah, Miami is tripping. They're tripping on offense. Pretty decent punt there, but come on, man. You can't keep having these 3 and outs. You can't keep like B said earlier, you're going to tire out your defense. And you can't expect your defense to be perfect when you can't even keep the ball for more than a minute and a half. Like, you got to do more. You got to get them more time, more of a break. Slow this thing down for Carson Beck. If y'all got to, go back to the basics. Don't be afraid to go back to the basics. Play action, run pass action. Do something to slow this thing down for him. Don't let Carson Beck throw you out this game. That's what I'm talking about. Good play. Good play, Ruben Bain. And you get them behind the sticks. You got to make something happen. They're behind the sticks. Make something happen. Check my comment about D-Lou. Oh, got you. He was an NFL player, played with Dion. Dion let him get a sack on his final game so he could get his bonus. Dion said he got smacked so D-Lou could get his. They're good friends. Oh, shout out. I didn't even know that. Some things with CU y'all gonna be teaching me because I'm telling y'all for CU, I was just straight. I just followed it. Um, I just followed it from a straight fan perspective. So with the CU knowledge, y'all gonna be getting me up to speed, on the CU knowledge. Did you see that blimp legendary really? But they can drag 12. I didn't see it. I'm watching the game from like the Skycast, so it's almost like an all 22 version of the game. I like to watch it this way. I don't hear the announcers. I don't hear none of the stuff that's happened there. The blimp on TV. Yeah, I haven't seen it yet. Ruben Bain going first round. Oh, Beast, he going top 10. He going top 10. That's the end of the first. Hate us but use us for marketing. They always do that. Yeah, on my end, I didn't see it. Yeah, I didn't see it. Let me see if I could. I know ESPN. I can rewind back. Let me see if I can rewind back and see it. Dang, now I want to find the blimp. I wonder if somebody, X, people post stuff on X quick. Let me see if somebody posted it on X. Because I definitely didn't see it. Make sure this is most recent. $13 Pro Cow. You got us all. You got us all looking for it. I'm trying to see if somebody put a picture of it on X. Yeah, I still haven't seen it. I'm definitely looking for it. I'm looking for it. Definitely hit that like button for me, y'all. Definitely hit the like button. Looking at which play. I'm trying to find a Goodyear blip. So I rewinded it back on mine, but I don't know if I'm going to be able to see it since I'm watching from the Skycast. Man, he slipped, hit the ground. 138 or 154. Yeah, I think he was down right there. Let me see. I gotta switch to the other view so I could go look for this. Let's go regular ESPN. I'm gonna be a little bit behind as I search for this. I'm over here on the mission. Oh, it says proven legendary on the caption. Man, oh man. They gonna do Shador like that? Shout out to you, Marie. Your boy was locked in trying to find it. I was locked in. What's going on here? Here we go. Why is this thing stuck at the end of the first quarter? ESPN, what you got going on? There you go. You caught up now. Marie said she found it. Marie said it says proven legendary on the banner. I rewind it. Goodyear is on the blimp. Stop looking, D. I was looking. I was searching. I was searching. But I definitely was feeling like Shanithia. I don't know. It's hard. Zedric, it's very hard to get a trademark on one word. It's very hard, very hard. That's the same thing that probably happened when we were talking about Nightcap and how Thursday Night Football just took Nightcap. They took that Nightcap name and they added TNF Nightcap. So Thursday Night Football and Nightcap. You got to have something else with it that makes it different. It has to be something different. Like he probably could do 2 legendary, like maybe the number 2 and legendary in some form that way. But just the word legendary, nah, he wouldn't be able to trademark that by itself. He would not be able to. Yeah. Yeah, if he has it as 2 legendary, he has a way better shot. But just legendary, anything that's like just a common, just anything that's just like a common word, it won't work. It will not work. Legendary too. Yeah, like something like that would be better that he would be able to use, and that can be like a separator for him. 2 legendaries is trademark, yeah. Because if you just go with that one word, believe me, I tried. Man, you pay that filing fee for no reason. Pay that filing fee for no reason. Whatever state you trying to do it in, if you're going state or if you're doing federal, they're just gonna send that thing right back to you. You know they'll come up with something to get that money, and I ain't mad at it for real. I'm not mad at it. These college commercial breaks are something different. They are something different. They definitely hold us up for a little while with that. It is a lot of red in there. Beast was right. I'm seeing the overhead view on the Skycast. Man, they let a lot of Indiana fans get tickets. That's crazy. Beast, you was right when you said there's a lot of Indiana fans there. It's a ton. Miami, what y'all doing? That's another one. That's that RPO. With all these commercials, they don't need to burn no timeouts. No, not at all. They definitely have built in rest breaks for sure. Um, Now you're seeing like what I was saying earlier about Mendoza. Basically everything, not everything, a lot of what they do is RPO, and you're just not gonna be able to play that style of football in the NFL. In the NFL, sometimes you're gonna have to drop back and read the defense instead of just being able to read one player. Come on, how? Miami? Miami? I thought you could tackle. Miami? What you got going on here now? What do you have going on? Straight RPO. Did he run in pro system at Cal? I gotta look into it more. I haven't watched as much Cal tape as have I watched at Indiana. They got the first down there, but but you see, there's a lot of RPO. How about the Bills booting their coach next year is going to be crazy. Tua did a lot of RPOs. Yeah. You need speed to be able to run a lot of RPOs in the NFL because if you don't have speed, they're just going to sit on it. So, and they know that it's only a couple of routes you can run off RPO. You're running slants, you're running stick routes. You're not running anything deep. So, once they start sitting on it, it's over with. Nice play there because you was the only one who could make that tackle. I think it was time for Sean McDermott. I think it was time because how many times you keep making it to the playoffs and the defense is the thing to let you down. So if you are known as a defensive minded coach and defense is the thing that you keep letting down, um, they can't keep you. Very similar to Stefanski. Offensive minded coach and your offense is trash, they gotta let you go. Tariq definitely was speed. Definitely. And Jalen Waddle. Jalen Waddle was speed too. That's how I was able to work for that's why I was able to work for Tua. IU system seems very simplified. For real. um Zedric, once you start locking in and you start watching it, you're like, hey, this look kind of funny in the light. Oh no, what's the flag for? Oh no. Wait, did he hold on. Yeah, they can have him. I saw that. Chad O'Shea going to the Chiefs. Also, Eric Bieniemy. Eric Bieniemy hired as the OC. Matt Nagy's contract was up, and they think he might get a head coach job. So that's the OC that we were looking at off the board. Eric Bieniemy off the board. I don't like that call. I don't like that call. And it was pass interference. If anything, they could have called. Come on, hit. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah, they just got to be patient. Be patient. D, why not just get another DC? You mean for the Browns? Are you asking for the Browns, Shanithia? Good play again right there, coming off the edge. Good play right there. Fade routes, comebacks, and slants. Maybe a post here and there. That's it. And then maybe if you show a cover one. Oh no, I'm a business day behind y'all again. What play am I seeing? Hey, number 99, Miami is a dog. Yeah, he's balling. He just blew up 2 plays. He just blew up 2 plays right there. I hope I ain't too far behind. Let me see. You're live. Let's go. All right, I'm all the way live. So hopefully I ain't too far behind. There's D-Lou with that green shirt on. They just show him yelling at those guys. You can see his back. He yells a lot and keep those guys fired up. He wants them to hit hard, smackdown. He said something to number 99 because he just made 2 big plays. So whatever he said, 99 is listening. 99 is listening. And hopefully I'm not too far behind, C.A. Anderson. Shanithia, were you asking about the Browns? Why not get a new DC? Oh no, the Bills. Because it wasn't just this year, and they've turned over their DC. I know they went through OCs a couple times, and I think this might be the second defensive coordinator under Sean McDermott. Let me try to look it up real quick. Yep, I'm in commercial break. Now. And the way they've been losing, it's been defensive letdown. So, what was it, 2 years ago, they got let down because they gave up a score in 13 seconds. That was more than 2 years ago. But that was the start of it, when they gave up a score, 13 seconds to go, and then it's always a defensive issue. So let me try to look this up real quick. D, I think at halftime, Miami defense will make an adjustment. They'll have to, because all they running is RPOs, so you don't got to give them no space. And they're not trying to throw it over top. You got 2 safeties over top. They're not going to throw it over top, so they running all this short stuff. Eventually, they got to sit on it. They got to sit on these routes and force them to throw it over top. Let me see. Chasing Destiny, what's going on? He yells, curses, and spits sometimes at the same time when coaching those guys up. That's that old school. That's that old school coaching right there. That's that old school coaching. I think that's a lost art, and I think some of these guys need it to light that fire under them. Okay, so they're on their second defensive coordinator under Sean McDermott. They had 2, and then in 2023, he took over the defensive play calls. So they kind of tried everything. Eric Bieniemy went back to the Chiefs. He went back to the Chiefs as the offensive coordinator. Basically, word has been going around that they want him because he's a disciplinarian and he holds guys accountable. 3rd and 13, what we got here? Oh my goodness, pressure off the edge. What's the flag? Come on, man. Yeah, I thought that was I thought that was gonna be like a late hit or something, but they said he was offsides. Yeah, Mendoza gonna be sore tomorrow. Wonder how Mendoza didn't end up at Miami with the way they're talking about him. Miami went through a couple changes. Because remember they had a different coaching staff 3 years ago, so it could just be because they turned it over. That's crazy. You fired me and now you want me back. Yeah, they thought the grass wasn't greener with Matt Nagy. Man, oh man, come on, defense, defense, defense. What y'all doing? Yeah, Mendoza's definitely getting hit tonight. He's definitely getting hit. I like that. That was missing from CU last year. Do you remember he did that at the Texas Tech game? Yeah, they some of these young guys need a coach to just get in their face and yell. They need somebody to be in their face yelling. That's for some reason that's the only thing that like kind of get guys to lock in and snap in and focus. Why? Why? Why are you playing off coverage? This don't even make sense. Why are you playing off coverage? Why are you playing off coverage when they're that close to the touchdown and you playing off coverage and you know they're running RPOs? I just don't understand this. He out of bounds. They're gonna take that. They're gonna take that touchdown off the board. But why are you playing this coverage, man? Press these guys. They press them. Hey, he stepped out of bounds. At least they admit they made a mistake, unlike Kevin, for real. If Chad O'Shea actually develops one of these receivers in Kansas City, I'll know something. Zedrick, that's the first thing I thought because I was surprised that he got hired up so fast. I was surprised that he got hired that fast. Um, and by the team he got hired by. So we gonna see. Cause then I'm just gonna start wondering like what was really going on. Miami, I need y'all to lock in. I need Miami to lock in. You don't need to play off coverage. You don't need to play off coverage. My thing about a good coach is penalties, clock management, and efficiency. I agree. I agree. That's why I can say Kevin Stefanski wasn't a good coach because he wasn't really good at none of that. We always had a bunch of penalties. His clock management wasn't good, and they weren't an efficient team. Hey, they turned on each other now. Miami get it together. It's only one TD, and it ain't even a touchdown. They took it off the board. So, Miami needs to get it together. They need to get it together. Miami better step up, or there'll be memes of Michael Irvin getting a spanking all over the internet. It's gonna be everywhere if that happens. It's gonna be everywhere if that happens. Uh, O'Shea going to Kansas City. Ain't no way. Yeah, doggy bone. They snatched him up. They snatched him up. There you go. Lock in. Lock in. They gonna blow the whistle or what? What's up with Mary Kay Cabot calling out Houston, saying their draft picks that the Browns traded for CJ Stroud didn't turn into nothing. She tripping. Does she not realize that they used the additional draft capital to get Will Anderson? She not realize that? Oh man, tomorrow the media will have Josh. Oh, I'm sorry. Well, oh man, tomorrow the media will have Mendoza as the next Josh Allen. For real, they will. Miami, come on. Stop letting them out physical y'all. Stop letting them out physical y'all. You can't win ever. If you're a drive, you need home runs. 3rd and 3 is easier to win than 3rd and 20, for real. And you can't have penalties. Miami, Ruben Bang was offsides. They had the pass interference. That was on the 3rd down, which was kind of questionable. So they had some stuff happen. Mary Kay was trying to take a shot at the Houston Texans, saying they got all that draft capital. They got all that draft capital for Deshaun Watson, and it's not turning out to anything but 3 wild card wins. So she was trying to take a shot at the Texans, but one of those pieces was Will Anderson. Will Anderson is one of the top young defensive ends in the whole NFL. So she don't know what she's talking about, as always. Mary Kay is just a certified yapper. She is. Even people were commenting under her post on X like, I think you might want to look back at this. She's not paying attention to who they actually drafted, just that they haven't gotten a Super Bowl. They think actually winning the Super Bowl is way easier than it is. You need a lot of stuff to go right for you to win the Super Bowl. Look at the Denver Broncos. The Denver Broncos beat Buffalo. They would have had a good shot against New England Patriots. Their quarterback gets hurt. He's going to miss it. They got to go to a backup quarterback. You need some injury luck too to make it through healthy. So they act like you just acquire enough talent, automatic Super Bowl. That's not how it works. So it's just more and more that they speak. Y'all see they have no idea what they're talking about. They have no clue. No clue at all. Every day, Mary Kay shows how little she knows about football and what's going on. Nasty work, for real. It just, that's not how it works. A lot of the Buffalo Bills were the most bet team, I think, coming into the year to win the Super Bowl. They were the betting Super Bowl favorites. They did not make the conference championship. They did not make the conference championship. Most bet team. So it just don't always work out that way. At this point, can I get 13 Pro Cal? They gotta be passing them things out like Oprah was giving out books on her TV show. You're a Hall of Fame beat writer. You're a Hall of Fame beat writer. You're a Hall of Fame beat writer. Because I don't know what the credentials are. Crown Woman Collective, what's going on? How you feeling this evening? How you feeling? No clue what she's talking about. Mary Kay is another Jason toss for clicks, for real. And my thing is they were so aggressive. They're so matter of fact. Like, if you're going to have a bad take, slide that thing out there and be quiet with it. Don't be loud with your bad takes. And then get defensive when people call out your bad takes and your lack of understanding. And she talk about someone's winning record versus someone's losing record. Sounds like opening your mouth and your foot is stuck inside up to the knee, for real. She keeps putting her foot in her mouth. She has the nerve. The Texans are a much better team and has made it to the playoffs the last 3 years with their coach and Shroud. What has the Browns done with her boy? Nothing. Sit down. She needs to have several seats. Several seats. Miami. Miami. This is not what I signed up for. This is not what I signed up for, Miami. I didn't sign up for this. Miami, I didn't sign up for this. Those awards given out by the media too. And the media need to send something our way. 13 Pro Cow, Hall of Fame beat writer, Offtharecorddee, Hall of Fame beat writer. Send us our awards too. Send us ours too. You can't have your guys consistently lining up wrong, linemen jumping off sides, making the fundamentals look worse than a JV high school team, for real. Tool man, this is not the way to win. Miami needs to tighten this thing up. Also, like how they're trying to say Schwartz is a bad pick for head coach due to his stint with the Lions. Stafford, nothing like how he is now. All they had was him and Calvin. Hard to win that way, for real. For real, while we at it, let's give him another coach of the year. Let's give him another coach of the year. See, Anderson said she gonna pull a Miss Sparks real soon. Real soon. She said she gonna be up out of here because Miami is not doing what they're supposed to do. Yeah, Miami, they need to get this thing right. This game not looking too hot. Crown Woman Collective is not. It's not. It is not. It's not looking how we want it to. It's just, this is the reason why I can't always respond to what they say in the Cleveland media. Like, it's just so bad what they say is so off. And their lack of understanding really shows. It really shows that they just don't understand the game that they cover. Their only concern is QB. Anything else is invisible, just like Jason saying the QB should elevate everyone around him, and Shador couldn't do it. How do you want a rookie to elevate a deficit program? For real. It's not going to happen. At what point is she going to get a research team so she can have done some credible posts? She never had to in the past. She never had to. And they always been like this, and they receive awards for it. So the worst thing you can do is reward bad behavior. And they've had bad behavior and been rewarded for it. So they're not just going to turn around and change. Cleveland media needs to mind their own business. She spoke on a couple teams, and I was like, she tripping. Bluey looking real good right now. Miami got to do something. I need a sustained drive here. If they are good this year, I think they'll give him a shot at being a 3-time coach of the year. It's a narrative award, for real. It is. All right, Indiana players getting into it. Agreed, they're obsessed with the QB. Nothing else matters, for real. Dang, I just saw a player on Indiana sideline look 6'7", 6'9", age 30 years old. What is going on? They got a player who has been in college since like 2020, Marie. They got a wide receiver, actually, who's been in college that long. But Shador did elevate the players around him. Jason was using the argument that they should have beat playoff teams, which is just, his arguments are so trash, TK. They don't even make sense. Football was better when the focus was on the running back and the O-line. The quarterback sells. It sells. That's what sells. So now they don't even say, in the lead up to this game, they act like Carson Beck is going to be tackling Fernando Mendoza, when really Fernando Mendoza is going against Miami's defense. Carson Beck is going against Indiana's defense. But it's just the way they sell. It's the way that they sell football now is so reliant on the quarterback that that's the only position they want to think about. Miami. Third and 1, they put all those people in the box, and you just run right into a loaded box. Miami, what you got going on here, man? She gets her wish for Kev, a real QB, so maybe she will follow. For real. Going down to Atlanta. And you can't go for it here. You can't go for it here. That doggy bone, that was so trash. What did you think was going to happen when you running into a loaded box like that? Oh, wait, they are going for it. Oh, shucks. This is aggressive. Oh, where are they going to spot that at? This is very aggressive. That's desperation, y'all. Miami is getting desperate. Miami is getting desperate. The entire Miami team needs to settle down right now. Coaching staff all the way down on offense. That was a very desperate play. It worked out for him in that instance, but that is desperation. You cannot live in desperation. Come on, Beck. You about time. Miami O-line isn't that great. It seems like Cam had a better O-line last year. It looked like he had forever to throw the ball. Oh my goodness. He had it's countless clips out there of Cam Ward having like 10 seconds to throw the ball. That's not it, at least not in this game. Their right tackle is good. Their right tackle is good. He holds it down, but they're not getting that push up front that they need. QB sells tickets true. We got Shador. Give him his McCaffrey and Jerry Rice. And we in there. Finally a nice pass attacking them so they can't just load up the box. Cam would kill this team. I think so, because this shows you the levels of the quarterback play. Carson Beck is not going to be able to put this team on his back. That's not his thing. So they can't fall too far behind. They got to keep themselves close in the game, because he can't put a team on his back. Cam Ward could put a team on his back. Oh man, we got the bots. We got the bots coming in. Appreciate y'all. Michael Irvin is going to be yelling a lot of yelling. I thought the Browns was thinking about taking one of Miami O linemen, the right tackle. The right tackle. They were looking at the right tackle, Maua. Yeah, the right tackle is the one that I like. I saw DC Young fly today talking about he can't stand that that ninja Kevin Stefanski. Crown Woman Collective, that's what we were talking about earlier. All of the people reacting to Kevin Stefanski getting hired is crazy. All right, you just sent me a message on Ash. Let me check it out. Don't get me started on Cam. The amount of time I heard Cam with time, and it was him flat-footed just standing with all the time in the world. All the time in the world, Doggy Bone. Oh my goodness. Zedric, they tripping. We gonna get to this. We gonna get to this at halftime. I'm gonna put this up on the screen because they are tripping. They are tripping. They're tripping. They're tripping. They are tripping. He's doing okay tonight. He's doing okay tonight in pass blocking. None of them are doing the best in the run blocking. But the right side of the O-line is doing a lot better than the left side of the O-line when they're trying to run. So he's doing okay tonight. I figured out Jason paid Miami so he can report Brown should have been able to draft him. Maybe. I heard QC was saying today Cam Ward ain't worth the hype, and that's why certain coaches don't want to go there. Man, he's just a joke. He a joke. When Zedric, did you see when he tried to make the comparison of Josh Allen's first 5 games to Dylan Gabriel's first 5 games? When he did that, I made sure I blocked so I don't see nothing he does on X, because I was like, come on, man, it's no way. This is not real. This is not a real conversation. It's no way you ever going to tell me that Dylan Gabriel is similar to Josh Allen in any way. When he did that, I was like, we got to stop this. This has to be stopped. Like, he's tripping. These people in these narratives, man, they got to be stopped. They have to be stopped. he just do anything for clout. He do anything for clout. Miami, you are not having success running the ball to the left. So what are we going to do? We're going to run the ball again to the left. You're not having success running to the left, so let's run it to the left again. What are we doing, man? What are we doing? Yeah, Zedric, he is bad. He is bad. He doing it all for clout and clicks. 38. They showing some pressure. They send pressure. They get close. Oh man, this is a tough decision. What you gonna do? Miami had ball first. Be back at halftime. All good, Shanithia. We're gonna be here. We're gonna be here. What y'all think? Would y'all go for it here? 4th and 2? Or are you just burning the clock so Indiana don't have it? Hopefully they just burning the clock. It's no way I would go for it here. Take these 3 points, make this a 1-score game, burn that clock. That's what you do. There you go. Call timeout at 1. Make sure you don't get a penalty. It's no way. It's no way. What's his number so I can check him out? I think I don't want to say the wrong number. I think he's 60. Is he 68? I need a half gallon of water right now. Not a half gallon of water. Moaga. Francis. Moagua. How do you spell his name? Miami right tackle. City of Miami. Oh my goodness. What just happened? Did they miss the kick? Let's run the Wildcat. Oh, they missed the kick. Y'all would have went for it there? I don't know if I'd have went for it at. I don't know if I'd have went for it there. Doggy Bone. It's Francis Magua. Is his number 68? Is he number 68? I'm looking down and they missed a kick. Tripping on some strong stuff. You can't even compare him to Tua because DG doesn't have half the arm talent. He doesn't. Man, oh man. Now they moving the ball. Come on, man. Now they gonna get a chance for a Hail Mary. Miami, what are y'all doing? What is Miami doing? Notre Dame coaches there. I saw him on ESPN today. I think he was on First Take. 61. Thank you. Thank you. I knew it was in the 60s. I'm struggling for my life over here trying to find his number. Marie, that's it. I should have just asked Doggy Bone from the rip. 61, not 68. 61. Miami is getting on my nerves. I feel like being like Miss Sparkles. Like, I would catch y'all on Wednesday, for real. Appreciate that, Doggy Bone. No problem. Yeah, you would notice most of the pressure that even Carson Beck is facing is either coming up the middle or from the left. All right, he got up there. Is this an Ohio State repeat bowl? I hope not. I hope not. Because Ohio State wasn't able to. Miami coach fired tomorrow. Oh, they going to hold on to him. They going to hold on to him. They going to hold on to their coach. But this is not a good showing. They need a big adjustment in the second half. They got to force Indiana to get into 3rd and long. They got to force them to get into 3rd and long. And they got to stop being beat with an RPO. Like, it's only a couple routes you can run off of RPO. You can't run the whole route tree off the RPO. So if they're going to be heavy RPO, play man more and stop worrying about going in zone coverage, because zone is what's opening up the spots for the RPO. Stephen A. Smith is there. He ain't going to be watching the game. He going to be on his phone playing video games. And then complaining when people say something to him about not watching the game. Oh, let me pull this up. Let me see. Zedric sent me something funny, so I got to pull this up, y'all. They are they are wrecking their brains trying to make it seem as if Kevin Stefanski is way better than what he is. It's crazy. Oh yeah, it was solitaire. It's like, oh, I was watching the game. It was during the timeout. It's like, come on, bro, we saw you. There's video evidence of this. So this is them trying to find the good in Kevin Stefanski. They're trying to find the good. So this is what they're standing on. Top 15th in scoring. It's funny that they only use scoring, but we'll take it for what it is. 2019, they were 8th. 2020, they were 14th. 2023 to 10th. All good. Have a great night, C.A. Anderson. Thank you for stopping by. We appreciate you. All good. Thank you for stopping by. We appreciate you. This is what you do when you are not really sold on the person you were talking about. You pull one stat and you lean on that one stat. We would not accept one stat from anybody else to describe anything. We wouldn't take one stat to describe any running back, receiver, quarterback, anything. But they're going to use this one stat. And if you notice another thing, what has he done after 2023? So what have you done for me lately? Why has it gone down the tubes? This is twisting themselves in a knot to make it seem like Kevin Stefanski is better than he is. I'm just going to let them know. Kevin Stefanski ain't good, y'all. He y'all coach, but he not good. So you don't got to jump through all these hurdles and hoops. So somebody said, didn't he have like 6 different QBs in 2023? And they said it doesn't fit the agenda. Okay. This is also what happens when people don't watch the games. None of this tells you how poor his clock management was. None of this tells you how he wasn't putting the best players on the field. None of this tells you how guys did not know they were going to play, or guys did not know they were going to play until before the game, like DTR. This also doesn't tell you where he's telling the media that DeJuan Jones has heat exhaustion, so they're going to be substituting him in and out for somebody else. Wyatt Teller, they say, oh, he's injured. Wyatt Teller says he's not injured. They're substituting him in and out for somebody else. So poor management of players, poor clock management. These 3 years, they don't tell you any of that. What are they going to do when Bijan Robinson gets to 16 carries in a game and then Kevin Stefanski doesn't give him the ball anymore? Are they going to find the stats for that too? What are they going to do when Drake London doesn't get any targets. And whatever tight ends you have, get all the targets. Hey. It's y'all mans. This is y'all mans. They want him to be better than what he is, and that's on them. I'm not gonna stop nobody from touching the stove, y'all. If they want to touch the stove to see if it's hot and see what Kevin Stefanski really about, go ahead. Go for it. Go for it. Go for it. Go for it. So that's what they doing on X. That's what they're doing. And the funny thing is, the last part of this says the narrative that he has never had success as a play caller came out of thin air. Okay. All right. All right. Real talk. This reminds me of the Cam versus Pat Super Bowl. If the play doesn't work, run it again. I don't get it. I don't get what Miami's plan is. I don't know where they're trying to attack Indiana. Just when they're running to the left, it's not working. They keep running to the left. Short yardage situations, they run it to the left. This don't make sense to me. It don't make sense to me. I don't get it. I don't get it. Now you got Indiana loading the box, selling out to stop the run. So if they don't make adjustments, if they don't try to push the ball downfield, it's going to be a problem in this game for Miami. You got to push the ball downfield. You got to make the defense back off the line. Wow. I kept getting Falcons YouTubers on my feeds. I click on one today, and they were saying he's the best coach to lead them to a chip. I hit don't recommend channel. Get this off my feed. I'm done for real. Hopefully the person was trolling, but somebody said Kevin Stefanski. Somebody said they commented under one of my videos. Kevin Stefanski going to lead them to a Super Bowl, and I just looked and I was like, okay. They will see the real Kevin Stefanski after that scripted first job stopped working, for real. And then I'm looking at some of the replies, and they just don't know no better. They just don't know no better. Somebody else asked a good question. I'm curious as to why he ever gave up play calling duties, because he wasn't good. So this is the defense that they made for him under that. With everything going on in Cleveland, he was probably trying to put out multiple fires, and it's all became too much. X's and O's are just one of the many things on his plate. That's my take. I could be wrong. Things could be more stable in Atlanta. So they don't know. They don't know why 2 years in a row he had to give up play calling, and they're blaming it on it could be more stuff going on. Okay. Somebody else is excited for him. They said this is the reason why they're excited. Somebody else said, because we're living in right now, I'm a Browns fan. All that look good on paper. Just let y'all eye test tell y'all if he a good coach. There you go. That's all it is. Hey, that's their problem now. That is their problem now. I'm just going to laugh at him. Hey. Twist yourself in a knot trying to make sure he good. Twist yourself in a knot. And y'all know something that's tricky in college. Once that kicker missed that first kick, they usually don't trust the kicker no more. So I wonder if that's going to force Miami to be way more aggressive in the second half of the game. Because usually you can't really put it on. You can't put it on that kicker's leg again. D, they keep saying he was bad because Cleveland is bad. All right. Excuse me. All right. Hey. Whatever they need to tell themselves so they can sleep good at night. Atlanta ain't never won a Super Bowl. Stop it. I say it. Yeah, whatever they need to say, whatever helps them go to sleep at night, whatever helps them feel better, to try to wrap their head around why they got Kevin Stefanski, do what you need to do. But I tell you this, y'all mocking people who are Browns fans and covering the Browns, don't come crying to us later when he start doing stuff messed up. When he started running and wasting time off the clock, not calling timeouts, not giving Bijan the ball, don't try to say, hey, why y'all didn't tell us? No. We tried to warn you. Like they told Marie she was trolling. Hey, he y'all now. He is yours now. So it's on y'all. Y'all gotta ride with y'all guy. They got to ride with their guy. All right, we still looking good over here, so that's good. Would they find the positives with any other coach that got fired? Because usually if a coach get fired, don't that mean some stuff wasn't right? So would they find the positives of any other coach? Would they be trying to say and make excuses for him? Did they feel this way about Raheem Morris when he was going out the door after they ended the season winning 4 games in a row? Or are they just making these excuses for Kevin Stefanski? I remember you said they said you was trolling. You like, okay, all right. When they start crying and whining about it, I don't want to hear nothing. When they start asking why was he, just think about it. Ask yourself, why was he available? Why were y'all able to hire him? Okay. And I saw another report that said as soon as Matt Ryan got hired, he already had let people know his number one choice was Kevin Stefanski. So before he even got hired, he wanted Kevin Stefanski. It's like, okay. There's a few more like that. When you have to remove the last 2 years to say a head coach is good, you have a problem accepting reality. Talk to him. So he was the head coach for 6 years. They picked 3 years, and only one of those 3 years out of the good years did he have a good scoring offense, and it wasn't even like number 1, 2, or 3. It was 8th. So Matt Ryan knew from the moment he got the job, yeah, you locked in on Kevin Stefanski. I got to question your thought process. Some of them die hard are trying to convince themselves with the 2-time coach of the year narrative. They chalked it up to Cleveland being bad. We good, so he should win. Ain't look at one game, shaking my head. Do they not remember that the Browns played in Atlanta? Was it 3 seasons ago? I went to that game. The Browns played in Atlanta. Kevin Stefanski was the play caller. He stopped using Nick Chubb like that. Everybody's calling for him to use Nick Chubb. Nick Chubb is from Georgia. We end up losing a close game. He blew that game in Atlanta. So, this is what happens when people have short memories. They can't just recall and go back to things they've seen before. Moment before they were talking about for sure after he got fired, I bet, for real. Come on, man. Kev trying to get first round draft pick. Hey. They both from PA. Yeah, so he said, hey, I got you. Hey, I get hired. I'm going to go hire my boy. Okay. Go hire your boy. There's quite a few Atlanta fans that actually watch the Browns games because of Shador. And the ones who watch the Browns game because of Shador, they know this is not some good get. This is not some, oh, we got our coach for the next 20 years. No, they know better. They know better. They know what was out there. You were getting a coach that just was fired. So somebody else just said he was a failure. That's why he's available. So it's like the question Shanithia always asks. Why do they always keep recycling the same head coaches? Why don't they go the new, younger route? The ones who haven't been somewhere, we've seen them fail over years. D, maybe Michael Irvin need that belt for Miami to get them going something. They need to chew them out in the locker room. They need to. He'll have to wait a year because the Rams have their first round pick this year. Yep. They gave up a lot to get James Pierce Jr., but I think he had the most sacks for a rookie. I don't know if it was in their history, the history of Atlanta Falcons. So he's looking like it was worth it to give up that first round pick next year. And they've had the most sacks. I think they had the most sacks with 57 last year. So, but the first round pick ain't going to be there. This whole game was set up for Miami to be good, celebrate at home, not go nowhere, and they giving us a dud. They got to do better, y'all. They got to do better. The ATL Country Clubbers sound like nasty work. Yeah, that is something else. Some of them the first day was like, we good. We going to get a good OC and it's going to be all good. I told them Tommy was coming. They said, no, he's not. If he does, we will have a problem. Well. They said that's why the Browns didn't give him a second interview because he said, he going with Kevin. So, D, do you think the Browns are going to go recycled or new head coach? I think they're going to go new head coach. I don't think they're going to go recycle. You just look at the recycle head coaches. It's not that much upside to them. What is stopping the Browns from hiring the coach? I think this is a tell sign that the Browns are probably going to hire somebody from one of these playoff teams that's still playing. The second thing is they haven't successfully completed the Rooney Rule. So they haven't done two-person interviews of minority candidates from outside the building. So that's one part of it. But I think this is tipping the scales that they're going to take somebody from one of the playoff teams who are still playing. That's what I think. But I hope they don't go recycle coach. I don't want no recycle coach. I don't want no recycle coach. I want somebody young. I want somebody who has a better level of understanding with the players. I watch how Sean McVay celebrated with his team afterwards. So I want a young coach. I'd rather the coach hire be right than done too fast. I agree with that. You can tell that they're willing to wait, which is good because normally in these situations, the Browns will panic and just hire somebody. They've done that a lot, y'all. So since 99, the Browns, they've done a lot of panic hires. Like coaches start getting hired and then we'll take him. You're like, why do we take him? And it's just they panic hire because some coaches went off the board. Do you know they still out here caping for Josh Allen, saying it's the coach's fault and he should have been fired 3 years ago? In reality, I thought he was going to get fired 3 years ago. I thought he was. So I don't disagree with him on that side. But if you think they lost that game for any reason other than Josh Allen turned the ball over too much, then they're just not being honest. And Drake May did not play an MVP game because he had a bunch of he had a bunch of strip sacks and like I don't think any of these quarterbacks have just been great. None of them. Yeah, I don't think any of these quarterbacks have been great in the playoffs. Nobody's been great. Clyde, what's going on? Hello, super editor. How about the young offensive mind at Indiana? Who's the offensive mind at Indiana? Are you talking Indiana? Are you talking Indiana to college, or are you talking the Colts? Charmaine said none. Nobody from there. Nobody from there. They want Shieldhouse. I believe they want Shieldhouse. I think they want somebody young. I'm telling you, man. I still think it could be a Clint Kubiak because he can't do no in-person stuff anyway because they keep winning and he's working locked in. So I'm still holding out hope for Clint Kubiak because I don't think Brian Flores is coming here. No DePodesta to ruin and rush. Perfect sign that has him is letting AB lead this, not tipping the scale. Even the fact that they haven't brought in another Rooney Rule candidate for real. IU, the offensive coach, I know their head coach is really solid, but he said he's not. Their head coach said he's a college guy. He's not an NFL guy. I don't know if their offense is good enough for me where I would say we could pluck a college coach, because their offense works in college. I don't think this offense will work in the NFL. Heard it's a possibility they will hire Udinski as head coach, Shieldhouse as OC, and keep sources DC to promote him to assistant head coach for pay raise. I don't know that much about Udinski. I did see an interview from a little while ago where he was saying that they were having him do some of the head coach responsibilities. So I guess that's a positive sign. But if we gonna go young, y'all know I like Shieldhouse and I also like Clint Kubiak. So if we gonna go young, I would say swing for the fences and go get Clint Kubiak. That's who I would take. That's who I like. I like his offensive scheme. I like that he's been around. I like that he's coached at a couple different places. He's called plays at a couple different places. So I like Clint. I like Clint. Clint was the OC last year for the Saints before they faced all those injuries. He had their offense looking good. Before that, he was in Minnesota. So y'all know I like Clint. I hope AB takes his time finding a coach. The Raiders have requested an interview for Clint Kubiak. Clint is going to be, he's going to be up there. He's going to be up there. Where teams are really they're going to want to talk to him. They see what he's doing. They see what he's doing with Sam Darnold. Yeah, Sam Darnold got some talent, but he's making sure Sam Darnold don't, let go of the rope like he did in Minnesota in the last game of the season and in the playoffs. So, hey, send those choices to AB. Yeah, I've been saying my choices for the longest. D, why do you think CJ Stroud is regressing? Because they removed the talent from around him. Every year they're losing talent. They're losing offensive line talent. They have injuries at the wide receiver position every single year, and they have not been able to solidify their running game. Joe Mixon missed the whole year. Yeah, they had Nick Chubb. Nick Chubb is not the same back he's been. And then their young running back, he's just a young running back. So I think it's easy just to blame it on him, but the DBs could just sit on the routes. So I'm not saying it's all sitting on routes, but they could sit on a lot of the routes. And he was slow to read some stuff, so he had a couple passes that was behind, but they got to get him. They got to solidify that offensive line and skill talent for sure. They got to solidify it for him. Is that 99 making another play? D. Kubiak hasn't been on a list of coaches that they have requested to interview. I know. I'm holding out hope that they just was letting him get through, what he was working on. I'm holding out hope. Oh, they got to him. They got to him. They got to him. I do wonder how Mendoza will look in the pro system now. This isn't impressive. Once you really sit back and watch the games, that's why I said he got some tools. Like he can throw, he's tall, he got the size, all that. But they're not asking him to do a lot. They are not asking him to do a lot. Charmaine has been on this train from the beginning. She's saying, hey, they're not asking him to do anything. All right, that's how you start, Miami. What is the flag for? Oh, my goodness. What is the flag? What is the flag for? I tried to figure out. Face mask. Oh, my goodness. Miami. You have to clean this up. You're about to get off the field. He had some injuries with receivers yesterday. Best receiver had a concussion. Yeah, Nico Collins was out. It's just, I don't know how they could have expected more. They had no speed. So the defense, they had no speed that they could take the top off the defense. So defenders didn't have to play back. The safeties were 12 yards from the ball. They never took a step backwards. So it's really hard to be able to do anything with that. Thank you for speaking the truth about CJ. These black commentators went so hard on him, but took it so easy on Josh Allen. Did not acknowledge this injuries what the Texans had. They didn't. And that's why I said, like, I'm not saying CJ played good, but you got to look at the circumstances around him to have some level of understanding. Don't just be blind to what he was facing. He was facing an uphill battle. I agree, D. CJ needed more help out there last night. The receivers weren't catching. No run game, and the O-line got to help him a little bit more. They have to. I was nervous. They just showed his time to throw stats, and he was getting the ball out under 2.5 seconds. That make me nervous about his actual processing. Zedric, he only reading one thing, man. It's crazy. He's only reading one thing. They're not asking him to read. They're not telling him to sit back and read a defense. Like I heard one interview he was doing, and he broke down something, and John Gruden was so hyped with how he broke down because he knew where to go when they were in cover 3. But when you really just sit and watch him and how they run the ball, how their defense plays, he is not just another sack. Did he get him? Man, oh man. Ruben Bain is having a big impact on this game. Big impact. Yeah, this is what I need to see. Doggy bone, this is what we need right here. This is what we need. Turn that pressure up. Once you really look at it, you realize he's not really reading. He's not really reading the whole field. He is not reading the whole field. You can tell. They don't require him to read the whole field. And they managed to be in third and manageable. So this is not pro style offense. I'm sorry. So when they were trying to say, oh, Shador didn't play in pro style offense, man, ain't no way you telling me this is pro style and y'all saying he a lock to be number 1. Good return. People are going to be in for a rude awakening. They are. When you go to a team as the number 1 overall pick, they're going to think that you got some with you and you're going to do more. And when you really look at this, you're like, first overall pick? Man, everybody's seen the blimp except me, but I got it on the Skycast, so I'm probably not going to see the blimp. Because they got usually the Skycast is like closer to the field, but they got the Skycast view. They got this thing high up in the air. All natural. What's going on? I won't lie. I picked Indiana because they really just deserve one. Have they ever won a chip? In football? I don't know. They still saying Josh is a top 5 QB. They gonna die on that hill with 11s. They are not moving off of that. I hope these players go into therapy after the season because I don't think people know how mentally draining it can be to doubt yourself and then have the sports world come down on you. For real. That's why you got to get away. You got to get away from social media. You got to get away from all of it because it's a lot. It is a ton. Let's see. All natural. They never won a championship. They never won. Shador had to read the whole field. He's not a guy you just cut off half the field for real. D, one thing I admire about Shador is his confidence. No matter what and how the game is going, you can't teach that. CJ looked defeated last night. I felt bad for him, and Mendoza is shook. It's a telltale sign. It's something that happens during a football game. So I always look at a quarterback after they make a mistake, after a sack, after an interception. If a quarterback is running off with their head down and they look visibly shaken from that, I know it's going to take some time for that quarterback to snap back. One thing I really admired about Shador this year was even in the face of a bad mistake, he ran right off the field. He never hung his head, and I knew that his confidence was never taking a hit for it. I knew his confidence didn't take a hit. So I'm right there with you. Black Pearl, you can see the confidence just kind of slowly creeping away once they make a certain amount of mistakes. That never happened to Shador, so that was a very encouraging sign. CJ did look, even at the press conference, I was thinking about showing it earlier today on an earlier stream, but he was shaking, but he was holding it in his press conference. And I commend him. I commend him for being able to hold it together and make it through his whole press conference. So I'm right there with you. I saw the confidence leave that he kind of looked like he couldn't get to the answer. After CJ last night, I just prayed for his mental fortitude and his increased faith. Yes, he's gonna need to take a little bit of time away, come back with a clean slate. Take as much time as you need to put whatever happened to bed, so you'll be able to move forward. Because it's hard when you see a guy up there and his voice is ready to crack as he's speaking. That's when it's hard for me to look. I'm like, man, that's tough. That is hard to see. After that first pick CJ threw, you could see it unravel. Yes, and he just had to get settled. He had to get settled. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Come on now. Miami. Miami. Talk to me. Talk to me. Talk to me, Miami. Talk to me. I just got a question for y'all. Which side did they just run to, y'all? Which side did they just run to? Where they been running to the whole game. They've been running to the left, to the left, to the left. They finally run to the right. Look what happens. They finally run to the right. Like, come on, man. This is don't make this complicated. Don't make this complicated. You know where your advantage is on the offensive line. Please and thank you, Miami. Please and thank you. Thank you. Get back in this game. Keep this pressure on Fernando Mendoza. See how he adjusts and adapt to it. You right in this thing, Miami. Selmo Fudd, what's going on? Shout out to you. Shout out to you, Selmo Fudd. Let me do something here. Right as I was logging off earlier today, you sent the super chat, Selmo Fudd. So shout out to you. And I took a screenshot. Let me get to it. I've been waiting for them to run to the right. run to your strong side. This stuff, football is not a complicated game. People overcomplicate the game of football. You don't have to overcomplicate it. You don't have to. Let me get this up here. Let's see. Let me. This is from Selmo Fudd earlier. I didn't get to give you your props, Selmo Fudd. So shout out to you. I appreciate you.
Oh my God! Wow! I got money.
This is from earlier. Selmo Fudd said, "Happy Martin Luther King Jr. Day." I appreciate you. Thank you for all your support. And hopefully y'all enjoyed y'all Martin Luther King Jr. Day. Hopefully y'all enjoyed it. But shout out to Selmo Fudd. I appreciate you as always. I appreciate you. And Miami got on the board. Miami got on the board. Y'all, this thing is simple. This is a simple game. Use your advantage. If you got the advantage to the right, use the advantage to the right. Don't keep trying to force it where you see it's not working. It didn't take long. It didn't take long. Charmaine says, D, they owe Shador some money. They do. He gonna get all his. When it's time for him to re-up, hey, he ain't signing for a penny less. Not a penny less. I need all of mine. Snoop gonna take care of CJ. Yes, he needs to get away, get around some people. He was around Snoop growing up. Get around some people that he knows, that he trusts, so he can build this thing back better. It's just like that. Sometimes it's simple. Sometimes it's simple, Charmaine. Please just run it to the right. Just run it to the right. You called it. You think maybe it was a setup for a big play, flood to the left, then they least expect go right. Hopefully that was their thinking, but I just been waiting. I'm like, man, you got the advantage to the right. Run it right. Run it right. So just like that, they're back in this thing. Now we're going to start to see some pressure on Fernando Mendoza, not just from the line, but from the score. From the score, we're going to start to see some pressure. So Beck has won 2 national championships. Now he's on his 3rd chip game, and he's not even being mentioned as a top prospect. That's tough. Yeah. Because he played on some stacked teams. He was on some stacked teams. He was on Georgia. He was on some stacked teams. They were. Miami was trying to squeeze a square into a circle. They were. It's the little kid game where you take the block and you put the circle with the circle, you put the square with the square. They was doing that thing in reverse for no reason. It's like, come on, man, y'all in this. Y'all are in this. Y'all been hitting Fernando Mendoza all game. So now get them in 3rd and long, get them in 2nd and long, see how he makes decisions, because you can't run RPO on 3rd and 10. You can't run RPO on, 2nd and 10. Make him make some decisions. Make him make some decisions. That should take some pressure off of Carson Beck. So football is all about the pressure, and the pressure going from one side to the other. So the first half, Miami's entire team was pressing. They going at it on the sidelines. They went into the locker room. They came out. Their defense is playing better. They did have another penalty. They got to clean up these penalties. But now the pressure's on Indiana. Oh, somebody get off a tackle now. Get off a tackle. I need to see more points on the board, more yards from both teams for the sake of my parlay. Blind Beauty said, hey, I need y'all to run this thing up. That running back is 6'2", 225. They basically got Derrick Henry Sheese. And he, from what I've watched of him this year, he usually falls forward. He's not a fallback running back, so they can rely on him. Miami, clean this up. Miami. You see, they didn't come out here and start throwing the ball. They start running. You right there with me, Zedric. I was thinking the same thing. I'm like, man, as soon as a little pressure, because Miami get on the board, they go right to running the ball. Clean this up, Miami. See, this is a situation. Oh, no, not 99. 99 has been balling. This is a situation you don't want to be in. 3rd and 3. This is when they can go to RPO, which they run the whole game. This is not the situation you want to be in because the quarterback is just reading. He's reading the DN or he's reading the linebacker. This is gonna be tough. This is gonna be hard to get a stop here. Oh, they send pressure. Wow, ball hit the ground. Let's go, Miami. Let's go, Miami. Let's go, Miami. Bro, what you got going on? How you drop that? Pressure. Pressure. How you perform under pressure? He was bobbling that thing all over the place. People respond different to pressure, y'all. They respond different to pressure. See how they face the pressure. This cord. Just like that, Miami. Miami, you're right back in it. You're right back in it. He gonna say, "Suck it up, Buttercup. Get back on the field. We got a game to win for real. You can be hurt later. You can be hurt later." And 99 is he's been playing good. He's been playing good at D tackle. He's been playing good. I think he got at least 3 stops in the backfield. So just like that, this is how you flip the game. This is how you flip the game. Miami have another sustained drive, and the pressure is all on Indiana. This is how you do it. This is how you do it. Flip it. Flip that pressure right back on them. They're showing a lot of material in these ads and stuff like that. Inside the College Football Playoff stream now on ESPN Plus. Okay. They're figuring it out. What I just saw on X, I really like Mendoza, but this isn't quarterback like an NFL quarterback. This is just RPO after RPO. They were fooled by the stats. They were fooled by the Heisman. When they tried to compare his season to Joe Burrow's season in LSU, I'm like, this is crazy. It's nothing close. They didn't play the same sport almost based on their stats. So this shows you people were never watching him. A lot of my notes that I have on Mendoza was he was beaten up on lesser talent. He was having 5 and 6 touchdowns against teams who never stood a chance. Indiana was imposing their will on these teams, and it was hard to see him in pressurized moments. We're seeing him with NFL caliber players on the defensive line. He's not putting up a lot of points. Even against Ohio State, they didn't really put up a lot of points. So the RPO stuff is good. Short yardage situations in the NFL with a mobile quarterback. You can't play whole games running RPO though. It's not gonna work. Whole games of RPO, it's not gonna work. It ain't gonna work. I saw a few draft experts saying he was a first round talent last year. I didn't hear anybody say he was a first round talent last year. I didn't hear anybody say that. So maybe that's revisionist history and they're saying that now, but I didn't hear anybody say that last year. Man, oh man. Come on, man. Detroit Gemini, what's going on? Not watching the game, just checking in. How is the Golden Boy Mendoza? He isn't making mistakes, but he's looking a little funny in the light. He's not looking as, not looking as advertised, I would say. Shador last year's college stats were better than Mendoza's Heisman stats. Make it make sense, for real. That's why nobody wants to talk about, they don't want to talk about stats no more. Yeah, it's definitely revisionist history because I'm like, I didn't hear anybody say anything about Mendoza being a first round talent last year. If he was a first round talent last year, supposedly in a quarterback class where it wasn't that many first round talent, he would have came out last year. So that don't even make sense. Carson Beck. Come on, Carson Beck. Come on, Carson Beck. Yeah, you gotta catch it with your hands. You pinning the ball against your body. You gotta catch that with your hands, man. They gotta be a hands catch. Mendoza had under 3,000 yards passing, for real. I bet he now wish he would have drafted Shador. Yeah, he looking at this like, we got to teach him a lot. That's probably what he's thinking. Like, man, we got to teach him a lot. Is Carson Beck coming out this year? Yeah, Detroit Gemini, he got to come out. They kicking him out of college at this point. They kicking him out of college. Said, bro, you been here long enough. They saying you been here long enough. We kicking you out of college. Does any know what position Mendoza's brother play? He backup quarterback. He the backup quarterback to Mendoza. Pressure. Look at that. Yep. Yeah, his brother is a QB too. Yep. So when there was games where Mendoza put up all these stats, then his brother would come in. I don't know what type of jump move, whatever type of jump move he just put on that tackle to get around that edge, man, giving him fits. When the play has to develop, he struggles. Hey, you seeing it firsthand. The funniest thing is how clear and evident it is where he struggles. Like one game, you can see it. One game, you're like, dang, how did he put up the numbers he put up? Zedric, I don't know if you remember, but the first time I watched Indiana, my first takeaway was they have skilled position players out the wazoo. I'm like, they got 2 running backs, they got 2 receivers. Like, their skill position players are legit. They are legit. Wait, was that him at right tackle who just got that move put on him? Hold up. Was it the Oregon game? No, because remember, I started watching them from week one. From week one, I would have to go back and look at my notes. From week one, I just thought they skill players was really good. Hold up, don't put that on my boy. They said Khalil Benson, he's not 72. Benson is 67. Get it right. Shout out to you, Q Mathis. Oh, I got the video you sent me on Patreon. I'm gonna check it out. Have a good night. Thank you for tapping in and spending the weekend with us. We appreciate you. We know we'll see you later on this week. He is not. I repeat, he is not better than Shador. TK is right. It was against inferior teams. Let me tell you the first. Let me pull up their schedule real quick. Miami, you got a chance. You kind of pinned deep, so don't let Carson Beck mess this up for us. It's fixable with snaps and good coach. Yeah, I think he's going to be more of. They're going to need to develop him more than they probably think to him, man, because they're probably thinking he's going to walk right in the building and be ready, but he's going to need some development. So the first game of the year, they played against Old Dominion. Indiana did, and then the second game of the year, I believe this is Kennesaw State. Yeah, Kennesaw State, and they put up 56. Yeah, so going back looking at it, they definitely were not. Besides Illinois, they didn't really play anybody until they played a tough game at Iowa. That's it at the end of the game where he ran backwards to just burn the clock. Until they played Oregon, but they didn't really play a tough. They didn't really play a tough schedule. So the college football playoff is when we really was gonna get the opportunity to see what Indiana was and what Fernando Mendoza was. But I think all the people who just said he was I think all the people who just said he was a lock at number one, like can't miss, and they were penciling him in, now they're watching him, and now they're not going to go back on what they said about him. They're not going to go back and said, "Oh, now he's not a number one, lock to go number one." They're just going to talk past how he looked, because he hasn't looked the best in this game. He hasn't looked terrible. He just like an average quarterback in this game to me. But they're just going to say, "Oh man, that Miami defensive front," and that's what they're going to blame it on. But you see it. They don't run a pro style offense. All the stuff that they knock so many other quarterbacks for is very similar with him. Number one overall pick that will be developmental. He'd be the first in like 20 years, for real. Cam Ward was way more pro ready than he is. Last notable one I can think of is Eli. Yeah, because usually they're saying, "Oh, remember they said the traits. Remember they tried to use that against Shador? What are the traits? What are the traits? What are the traits that Shador has? What are the traits? What are the traits that Fernando Mendoza has? Y'all watching them? I hope they don't rush Mendoza to start right away. If he goes to the Raiders, the only thing that's going to save them is they have Geno, but maybe they can let Geno start the next year. But what they wanted us to believe was he was a sure thing lock, and he was going to come right in and he was going to change around the team. And that's not it. That's not it. When I said he was a Jared Goff need a lot of weapons around him to succeed. That's Fernando Mendoza. Man, Carson Beck being Carson Beck, man. Carson Beck being Carson Beck. Just short. Man. You can't go for it here. You got to punt. So come on, man. This offense, get it moving. Get it moving. Big facts, they're going to gloss all over the performance for real. I mean, look what he didn't really do much against Ohio State. Oh my goodness. How are you not in max protect? How are you not in max protect when you are kicking it from basically the end zone? Miami. What are y'all doing? Who is making these decisions? Who is making these decisions? How are you not in max protect? What? This don't make no sense. This makes no sense, y'all. Shanithia, what is happening? What is happening? How are you not in max protect? How are you not in max protect right there? Like, what are you doing? Who is making these decisions? Who is making these decisions, y'all? What has happened? Beck going to cost him this game because he can't move the ball. My notes on Beck is you can. My notes on Beck is you can fool him with coverage, and all these years in college, he still can't see the coverage faster. He can't see it. Man, oh man. Man, oh man. Man, oh man. What's wrong with the Indiana kicker? Beck gonna cost him this game because he can't move the ball for real. Doggy ball, hey man, this is ridiculous. This is block punt, man. Block punts don't even happen that often. Very sound coverage by Indiana tonight. I don't want to say Beck ain't seeing the field, but he's not seeing it. It's crazy. Right, because I am looking for these traits that Mendoza has, other than he is tall. It's kind of about it. This OC is irritating me. He is cutting off a whole half of the field. Everything is going to the left. It's crazy. Doggy bone. It is crazy. Like, I just don't understand. There we go. We back. My stuff picked the wrong time to reset. That was a terrible throw by Carson. Yeah, he got him lined up. He got him lined up too high. Back out there throwing hospital balls. Almost got that tight end hurt for real. Hey, wasn't that considered targeting helmet to helmet? I kind of saw the replay of it. I don't know if it was targeting, because it looked like he got the shoulder, but led him right into the safety. Yeah, Beck, man, this was Black Pearl. This is the one thing we was worried about. We was worried about Carson Beck, and rightfully so, because look what he doing. Look what he doing. 3rd and 6. They show pressure. He don't know where to go. Dog. All right, do something then. Make something happen. Make something happen. Make something happen. Man, oh man. He had to just run around in circles for a little while. What are these routes? I ain't liking these routes, y'all, but Carson Beck, what you got going on? For real. He the one thing we had to worry about, now we really got to worry about it. Oh, let's go. There we go. There we go. Get it to my dog, Malachi Tony. Let's go. This is the DG playbook. No passes more than 10 yards downfield. His average depth of target is going to be low. Everything is to the left. Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy. I don't know how you run a whole offense to one side of the field. I don't know how you run a whole offense to one side of the field. It makes no sense to me. Man, you got to get this play off. I'm confused. He caught the ball, but his knee went down, but no one touched him. So how was he down? In college, a knee being down, you're down. There's a bunch of space on the right, man. And they even lining up like 3 guys to the right, and they still won't throw it to the right. It's crazy. I don't know. Can he not is he not good at like flipping his hips to throw it over there? Like, I don't understand. All right, they got to drive this thing over. Fletcher, the reason this is a game, for real. He keeping them in there. He's keeping them in the game. This cannot be a field goal drive. At the start of the 4th quarter, this needs to be a touchdown. They need to flip that pressure. Yeah, it's weird. I don't like that college rule where if your knee goes down but nobody touching you down, because then it changes as soon as you get to the NFL. So I don't like that rule. I don't like it. But y'all, I'll be back in 1 minute so we can watch this 4th quarter. Hopefully Carson Beck don't let us down. Hit the like button while I'm away. I'll be back in 1 minute, y'all. What's even more crazy is you dropping mile wide draft stock. You're not highlighting your strongest offensive tool. It makes no sense. It makes no sense. No sense at all. They better score here. No fumbles or interceptions. They should not throw the ball here. No way they should be throwing the ball. No way. They should have changed that rule a long time ago. Yes, the rule where if your knee is down or if your knee goes down and nobody touches you, they should have been changed that. It's crazy. Like, look at how easy that was. Look at how easy that was. A counter to the right. Look at how easy it was. It was too easy. Doggy Bone, why they doing this the hardest way possible? Right, the only way back moving it, it'll be one of those. Yeah, they can't. I'm happy they didn't even put the ball in back hands. Just tell them hand it off. A lot of their rules should be able to match more the NFL. I agree. Yeah, I like that. I mean, they've been running to the left so much. You might as well do a counter, fake run to the left and go to the right. It don't even make sense. Like, when you see the level of success that they have in running the ball to the right, somebody explain to me why they're running to the left so much. Like, 2 touchdowns running to the right. Your longest run play running to the right. Why would you keep running to the left? What are we doing? What are we trying to prove? And it don't even make sense. Like, none of this makes sense. None of this makes sense that they doing. None of it. But let's go. Let's go, Miami defense. Let's go defense. Let's go defense. Still full quarter. 3-point game. Hopefully this gives the defense life, gives them some energy. I just never seen nothing like this. Kick it out the back of the end zone. Shanithia, you got good timing because you came back when the game actually got good. They actually put some points on the board and doing some stuff. I agree. This is it. This is that pressure from it being a 1-score game. Let's see what he does with the pressure and how he handles it. And also, Miami needs to play clean football. They're extending some of these drives with these flags that they're getting on 3rd down. They're extending some of these drives, and they got to stop. They got to stop extending these drives with pass interference or jumping off sides. They got to stop. Oh, they brought an extra safety down. I like that. There you go. Mendoza is getting further upfield on. He's getting further upfield on these run plays. So one of these he's going to hold probably in a key moment. So they just got to be prepared for that. Make sure they don't collapse the end too much. And they're running right up the middle. These arm tackles, they running right through these arm tackles. They are running right through these arm tackles. These arm tackles are nothing. Oh, was that almost picked? Was that almost picked? There you go. It wasn't picked, but he swatted down. But start jumping those routes. Start jumping those short routes. What's the plan? What's the plan to stop that play when they got 3 guys out wide? You got 2 guys out there, and you got a third guy who can't make a difference. So if those 2 guys block, it's just wide open. What is the plan to stop that play? Hey, he running for his life right there. Bang got there too fast. He like, whoa. He got there too fast. He just said, I just got to go forward. It don't matter what's in front of me. I just got to run forward. Dia had to stop looking at the Atlanta podcast. They were cooking Stefanski. One lady said she is going to wear her Deion Sanders jersey every game she goes to the stadium. Oh, he gonna see a lot. He gonna see a lot of that. Yep, the yards after catch. Stefanski's gonna see a lot of that. I wonder if it's gonna impact him or how it's gonna impact him. But I'm not gonna look to find out. I'm just gonna let it happen. I just don't understand how. I don't understand how they expected them to defend that play. It doesn't make sense to me. Again, 3rd and 5. You got 3 receivers over here. What are we doing? They throw it deep, off target. Way off target. How did you miss? Ooh, that was a bad miss right there on 3rd down. This is not updated. I think he had him there. He had outside leverage. Yeah, that was. Oh, he got away with a hold there. Are they going for it on 4th and 5? All right, I don't know why the thing on the screen is not updating, but 4th and 5. They're gonna have to call a timeout. They're not gonna get this play off. Yeah, he had him beat right there. I don't know how he missed that throw. I don't know how he missed that throw. Yeah, that was accuracy was on 0 right there. 1-0. Stefanski going to rent, not buy any ATL property. Oh yeah, nah, Yeah, he got to rent so he can stick and move, and just in case they find out where he stay, he got to rent. Don't buy. No. How is Mendoza looking, D? He's looking rattled. If this was the first time you ever watched Mendoza, you would not think that they were projecting him to be the number 1 overall pick. If that describes it. You would think that this seems to be a good team, but he does not look like a number 1 overall pick. Like a lock to be a number 1 overall pick. He is not showing that tonight. He is not showing that. He's not showing that. He is not showing that. Let's look at his stats. Let me see. We got a little bit of time on a commercial break. So he is 13 of 23, 134 yards. No touchdowns. No interceptions. And he's been sacked a couple times too. I think he's been sacked 3 or 4 times. So he is not looking like somebody where you will look at and say, locked to be number 1 overall. Not at all. He's looking. Honestly, he looked like he could be a development guy for real. To be honest with you, that's what he looking like. He looking like somebody you bring in and you say we're gonna teach him. We're gonna teach him more about the game. Hey, am I stream behind? Let me see. Hopefully it's not. I think they're going for this on 4th and 5. Man, they got it. Corner wasn't looking at all. No, he wasn't. He was not. D Mendoza is looking like a 1A and Beck is looking like a 1B. There's no big difference. Not a big difference at all. How tall is Mendoza? I think he's like 6'5". He's like 6'5". So he's a taller prospect. Second and 5 here. Mendoza is playing well in this stretch. He's not bad on this drive. On this drive, he's not bad. Okay, all right. I'm not too far behind. But just overall, this is. I wouldn't think he was a lock to go number 1 overall with watching him. All right, there you go. There you go. Force him to go for 3. Perfect scenario here. Is the offense staying on the field? Oh, Indiana called a timeout. Okay. For this to be this close of a game, why is Indiana burning these timeouts? This is a close game, and they're burning timeouts. Like, if you don't get a touchdown here, and you burning these timeouts, yeah, it's a 1-score game. And this is the second one on this drive. So they went for it on 4th and 4. They called the timeout. Okay, cool. as you're driving, you got to have an idea if you're going to go for it already. So you burn another timeout to one timeout. It's 9 minutes left in a 1-score game. You have to, if you're going to go for it here, you have to convert this. If you don't convert this, that means you have already shown 2 of your best 4th down plays and you burn 2 timeouts. Like, this is questionable right here. This is questionable. For all that smack I was talking, he made that play right there. For all the smack I was talking. All right. Okay. All the smack I was talking, he told me to shut up. He said, we know what we do with our timeouts. Told me to shut up. He told me to shut up. Hey, okay. He told me to shut up right there. Wow. Watch the Raiders trade out of that number 1 spot and let someone else take Mendoza if he don't play better. Payday, so he got a TD. Not in NFL, not like that. Yeah, before this touchdown, you were definitely wondering, like, okay, what will we get with the number 1 overall pick? That was a statement. That dive into the end zone was crazy. Yeah, he told me to shut up right there. He told me to shut up. He said, I heard you talking smack. Told me to shut up. He told me to shut up. Yeah, I don't know. I look at it like, if I was the Raiders, would I just be sold and say we can draft Mendoza? They still got Geno under contract. To me, I don't know if Mendoza is a lock. You probably could get 3 firsts, or at least 2 firsts and a second for Mendoza. So if I could snatch some stuff from the Jets, I might go back to 2. Do a pick swap. Take a couple of your picks. I might do that. If you can get a desperate team like the Jets to give you something, 3 firsts and a second, man, Mendoza is yours. He is yours. Man. The best thing I seen out of Mendoza all night. What's crazy is announcers glazing it. His whole performance will be based solely off that. That's why he won the Heisman. You already know the play is already. They already put the play in motion. Yeah, he'll still command a lot because of the position he plays. Yeah, that's why I said I don't think the Raiders are going to do that. But if it was me, and I can get 3 firsts and a second from the Jets, come on, get Mendoza. He all yours. And the Raiders don't have the same level of desperation as the Jets. The Jets are like, we need our quarterback of the future. They got a head coach who, lucky he made it through his first year, in Aaron Glenn. So if you could, that's another thing. When we talk about how the Chicago Bears turned around and how they acquired all this talent, the Bears also traded the pick so the Panthers could get Bryce Young. So that helped them a lot That helped them a lot. So sometimes you trade out, you get enough picks, trade out, and you can be better. Another flag on the play. This is a very sloppy game for Miami. Very sloppy game, man. This is too many penalties. This is way too many penalties for Miami. Like, what are y'all doing? This is too much. I mean, it's a 10-point game, 9 minutes to go. You're probably going to be around the 20. Now you get a holding, not even on a big return. Like, Miami is playing too sloppy. You got a quarterback who you don't know if he can drive the length of the field, 90 yards to get you a score. You got a kicker who already missed the kick. You got too much working against you to be making these mistakes. Now you're inside the 10. Like, Miami, what are you doing? Miami shooting itself in the foot here. Browns needs to trade down, pick up another second round pick from the Texans or Jets. Yeah, I'm definitely cool with the Browns trading down from 6. Man, he does not throw the ball to the right side of the field. This is crazy. The Jets picked up extra 2 first-round picks for the best defensive player. I think they have the assets. I'm really not impressed by neither QB. I thought Beck would be better. Yeah, Beck has not been like that. All right, they got a first down there. I don't know if it's just highlighted in this game that they're doing everything to the left, but this is crazy that everything is to the left of the center. I don't understand it. Zedric said, I can't even be nice no more. Said, I can't even be nice no more. Man, this is why my bias was always there with Carson Beck. It just was always there because I'm like, man, there's no way you could be on Georgia and not have success. You're going to have the talent around you. And we're watching this and just like, what is it? They look like twins, like the way that he just doing everything to the left. They simulate pressure on him. Again, another throw to the left. Did he come down with that? He does not use the right side of the field, y'all. I don't know. I don't know if it was ever this obvious that he don't throw to that side of the field, but I don't know what this is. Now you get a false start. Miami. Yeah, that it wasn't a bad throw. I'm just so surprised that he don't use the right side of the field. Sloppy game. False start. That was a good throw. His receiver made a play on the ball, but Beck should have thrown it to number 7 for PI. Man, Carson Beck gonna be Carson Beck. Miami couldn't have gotten anybody better than Beck. Just throwing the bag at anyone in Miami. It's crazy. It's there and available. It's there and available. Man, it's crazy. I don't know. I don't. Oh, you got him. You got him. There you go. There you go, Malachi. Let's go. Let's go. Quick score. Quick score. Quick score. Come on. Keep going. Keep going. All he got to do is look to the right side of the field. This is crazy. I never seen nothing like this. But I need them to speed it up, though. I need them to speed it up. Speed it up. Speed it up. You taking way too much time. He got paid big time to come here, too. Big time. Hey, Beck, help get them the chip so you don't have to take that from Beck. The other teams are watching at home like us. For real. I didn't know he wasn't like Beck is showing some accuracy issues here, which is crazy. This is I don't know what's going on. Does anybody want to remind me which side of does anybody want to remind me which side they just ran the ball to with Malachi Tony? What? Why are they holding out running the ball to the right side? Why are they holding like do they not like the right side of the line? Did they do something? What is this? Because your big plays is coming from the right side, y'all. They coming from the right side. Where was that earlier in the game? Nice quick drive. They weren't using the right side. Now they can keep the pressure on. Now Indiana using those 2 timeouts is an issue. This is when you put that pressure back on Indiana. This is when you put the pressure back on Indiana. Doggy Bow. Simon says the right side. This is amazing that everything that works run-wise is schemed up to the right side. It's crazy. It is crazy. It is crazy. It is crazy. I just want to tell y'all, I could never be like a part of a coaching staff because when I'm just seeing this stuff and it's taking so long to get to it, I would just be so frustrated with the play caller. Like, why are we not getting to this stuff sooner? Why are we not getting to this sooner? I just don't understand it. The right side of the line is winning their matchup more times than not. What are we doing here? I don't get it, y'all. I don't get it. Maybe they want to make sure we watch the whole game. I don't know. But I would just be so frustrated being a coach where I'm just like, you're not seeing this? You're not seeing this available? You're not seeing this guy who's going to be a top 5 draft pick at right tackle working hard? Everybody Detroit Gemini popped in and said, everybody praise him Mendoza now on social media. What did he do? He had a good run. What was that, about a 15-yard TD run? He had about a 15-yard TD run. I think Indiana thought that was going to be the nail in the coffin, but it was not. Miami came back, scored. So it's still a game. It is still a game. Only a 3-point game. It's still a game. Doggy Bone, we will be yelling so bad at these other coaches like, man, if y'all don't do something to the right side and The funny thing was, I just knew it made more sense for them to run to the right side, but you even keyed me on to them continuously throwing the ball to the left side. And I'm like, are they just boycotting the right side of the field? Like, what is happening here? Take advantage of your matchups. Take advantage of your opportunities. It is crazy. this this is turning out to be a better game than I thought. It's turning out to be a better game than I thought, so I'm not gonna be mad there. So shout out to you, Coach CJ. This is not a bad game. This is what you want. You want in football, you want to see a close game, one score game on the line towards the end. This is what you want to see. So I'm not complaining about that. I just thought about it. Mendoza run wasn't even better than Shador run against the Titans. For real, because Shador had to get out of the grasp of a D tackle for his run. So, but they're not gonna give him a fair shot. They're not gonna critique it in a fair way. So, I don't think Indiana's out of the clear. I think Indiana still has some pressure on it to have a sustained drive. They're gonna need to go score again. Yeah. The end of it, I give him props because he didn't go down on the big hit and dove into the touchdown. I give him that. I give him that part. But the pressure is flipped right back to Indiana to maintain the ball, get a couple first downs, try to make it across the 50. So the pressure is right back on Indiana on this drive. Great play by the linebacker at number 99. Marie, you was right about him telling 99 to suck it up, Buttercup, because 99, whatever was wrong when he was limping, he is pushing through. He is making sure he leaves an imprint on this game. Number 99 has been playing good. Hopefully they can get someone down with an arm tackle. Yeah, because they gotta fight off tackles and arm tackle. Yeah, his run was way better because he had to stiff arm the D tackle just to start the run. Ruben Bain making a play. Ruben Bain, you got another play in you? Where is Missador? I haven't been seeing Missador a lot. Like, come on, man, make some plays. What are we doing, y'all? Miami, what are you doing? Miami, 2 guys cannot defend 3 guys like that. And they're sending him into motion. He has all his momentum. This is going to be wide open. Miami, there's no way that linebacker can get out there to catch him running full speed on the receiver. What are they doing? What is the plan? They doing it again. Send it to the right side. For whatever reason, Miami don't want to go man-to-man on these receivers. So these receivers, Miami. Yeah, they're scheming these wide receivers on 3rd and 5. They're scheming them wide open. Miami is not adapting. I just don't understand why they're not adapting. Oh, great play. Great play. Great play by the linebacker right there. Great play. Yeah, that was a great play. He timed that perfect. That was a great play. 3rd and 7. Can y'all get off the field here? Miami, at some point, you got to get a stop. Some point, you got to get a stop. I'm over here fighting for my life, Marie. It's like nothing I could do to get on the same page as y'all. I'm always 20 seconds behind. Now y'all finally bringing the safeties down. We got the 2-minute timeout right there. I think Miami still has 3 timeouts, if I'm not mistaken. I think they do. Yeah, they still got 3 timeouts. It's a 2-minute timeout right here. What was the safety doing? Talking from behind. I don't know what they got going on here. 3rd and 7, they had an opportunity. When they're like 3rd and 5, they won't play man, they play zone. When it's 3rd and 7, they won't send pressure and then play zone. It's backwards. 3rd and 7, they go man, and they don't send any pressure to speed them up. So if you're going to play man, send some pressure, speed them up, make them make a faster decision on 3rd and 7. Oh, yeah, on that run play? Yeah, he did take a bad angle. That's why he was able to get the corner and get further. They got to hold him. They got to hold him to a field goal here. This is it right here. Good on good. Miami's defense. 3 timeouts. You can get 3 stops. You can't let them get a first down. You can't let them do that. They could chew too much clock there. You got to stop them here. You have to stop them here. But now this is when they can do another Fernando Mendoza keeper on a zone read. He can do a zone read keeper and run to the outside because they've been setting up that play the whole time. So at the end of the game, when they beating you and you've been staying honest and not collapsing down, now you collapse down, you're done. Kevin's press conference is the 27th for all those who are interested. Hey, somebody let me know how I go, but I ain't gonna be tuning in. I want to know how the Atlanta podcasts are going to talk about him after his press conference, but I'm not going to be tuning in to his press conference. But I just want to know if they're going to be as optimistic after they actually hear him speak, because that might change how they view him after he starts talking. Miami, it's all on the line right here. Zedric said he is going to watch the bus run into the wall. He said he got to watch it. He got to watch it. Yeah, it's I don't know why this thing is so far behind. ESPN, what you got going on? Man, that's too many yards on first down. Yeah, I'll let y'all let me know how it go. Well, the running back setting the tone, it's a wrap. Yeah, 9 yards on first down. And you take your first time out so you don't lose 40 seconds there. I don't think they Beast is calling it. He said their first ever national championship. Congrats to Indiana. Yeah. Just too little too late for Miami. Too little too late. I'm going to watch the Falcons offseason moves to see how it's handled, and that's it. Zedric said he gonna check his. Hey, if it's anything interesting, you can let us know. But I'm letting you know, I'm definitely not gonna be watching it. Wow. Indiana getting sloppy. False start. Indiana getting sloppy. False start. I'm not interested. They will be optimistic. Cleveland local media is the worst I've seen. Those guys tear down their own players. It's weird. Yeah, after watching the Cleveland media for a year, it's like, I know people new to the Browns don't have no energy to go look at another media and see how they do things. Man, this is always what they keep getting you the same way with these 3 receivers, sending 1 receiver in motion. Timeout. Beck want to wait until 7:30 left in the game to start moving the ball for real. Miami tried for real. Yeah. They gave it a shot, but just too little too late. I mean, you cannot go in important games, you cannot go long stretches of not moving the ball anywhere. Their defense fought, but the offense didn't come to play early enough. They waited too late. And this is the whole game right here. The whole game is on the line right here. You almost got to stop them at 3rd and 5, or you almost got to stop them you got to stop them basically at 3rd and 5, so they have to kick a field goal. Because if they get down to like a 4th and 1 or something like that, all right, 4th and 4, they call their last time out. Yeah, they call their last time out. 4th and 4, Indiana shouldn't go for it. Actually, what are y'all doing? Would y'all go for it here? Are y'all going for it here? Ice the game? Because if you kick a field goal, a touchdown, dang, this is tough. Would y'all go for it here, or would y'all kick the field goal? The field goal ensures that they have to score a touchdown. If you go for it, you can ice the game. They kicked the field goal. Okay. I had to think about it because you could still lose. But they went field goal. Okay. A minute 42, even with no timeouts, the clock stops after every first down. This is still a game. This is still a game. So I had to ask they don't trust back, or at least they wouldn't. All natural, it got you, but you say no. Your defense has to do its thing. You take the first sure points, force the TD. I had to ask the question because I thought about it. I had to ask the question. Marie said she would have went for it and ran the clock down more. They don't trust back, or at least they wouldn't. I think it's still there. Yeah, I had to think about it because, of course, my first instinct is always just to kick the field goal and take the points. But then I thought about it. I thought about the risk versus reward. They haven't really been able to move the ball that much on you. So just an interesting thought. I don't know. I think I might have went for it, to be honest with you. I think I might have went for it and just iced the game. This is where you find out if your defense is real or not. This is for all the money. This is it right here. Beck can stamp his name, at least here in his last college moment. He has an opportunity. A minute and 42 seconds. You can go win this thing. You got enough time. Ray Lewis just told Beck something. Yeah, this year, this coach, I think he's been there 2 years. He's invited all the alumni back and made sure they're a part of the U like they've always been. Because they had a couple coaches who didn't have affiliation, and they weren't even inviting the players back. What is going on here? Miami. Miami, do y'all want to win? Like, what is this? How do you get a delay a game off? How do you get a delay a game on the first snap? Like, how? I just don't understand. Yeah, it's a big risk versus reward. It's a big risk versus reward. I don't know. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Carson Beck. I don't know, just something I would think about. I based on how this game is going and how on 3rd and 5 they've been able to do things. Just based on what they've been able to do, I think I might have tried to go ice it. Because Carson Beck is not driving them 70 yards to get a field goal. Where did he throw that to? Roughing the passer. Man. Things that kill you are mistakes that put you on 1st and 15, bad clock management, and mental mistakes. For real. We watched quite a few mistakes in this game, y'all. Quite a few mistakes. That wasn't that hard to hit. They tripping. This is the moments where Shador thrives. Yes. If this was Colorado and Shador, we would know. We would be like, he about to go win this game. Twist on the right. You got Tom. Check down. Okay. All natural. I think you might have been right. I think you might have been right because the way they moving the ball, they send the pressure off the right side. They pick it up. Carson Beck got all day. Come on, get up, Tony. You don't got time to celebrate. Get up and go. Yeah, only thing, come on, you got to go. You got to go. You got to go. Indiana called timeout? They did. Yeah, they act like they don't care about the sideline, Zedric. I like watching college because they make some of the strangest mistakes at the worst times. They do. That is very true to a man. that is very true. Yeah, that was a crazy grab by Tony. Yeah, they gotta make sure they get him the ball as much as they can. Imagine we get OT again. That would be crazy if they score a touchdown and the kicker miss. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. That would be crazy. Was it about to be were they about to have like too many men on field, or was somebody tired? Oh, y'all ahead of me. Y'all ahead of me because y'all saying game. Y'all saying it's over. Oh no. What did you do, Carson Beck? That means Carson Beck did something. That's what that means. Oh, shucks. Carson Beck. I think it's going to be a flag because he took his helmet off after he got the interception. Yeah, I think it's going to be flagged because he took his helmet off after the interception. But how do you underthrow him like that? How do you not throw that ball in the touchdown? Carson Beck. Carson Beck. Yeah, that's going to be a flag for him taking his helmet off when he was celebrating. But Carson Beck, what are you doing? Man, show me a replay of that play. Can I get a replay? This was so underthrown. Why is he not throwing this ball to the touchdown? And you got a safety on that side of the field, so you know you got double coverage. Why do you hate the right side of the field? For that interception, Carson should have to be sent to the Jets, for real. Like, what do you have against the right side of the field, Carson Beck? What y'all doing now? It's nothing to do now. It's a game. It's over. There's nothing to do now. All natural, you were right. If they would have did what I said and they wouldn't have got, if they would have did what I said and they wouldn't have, if they would have did what I said and they wouldn't have made it, Carson Beck could have led them on a touchdown drive or a field goal drive. It was no way he could lead them on a touchdown drive. No way he could lead them. No way he could have led them on a touchdown drive, but you were right. You were right. Yeah, I got to give you props, All Natural. You were right. You called it in the moment. You were right. First time I've seen Signetti smile. Yeah, he don't smile. He don't be happy for nothing. But the job is finished now. The job is finished. They won it all. D, do you think this game will affect Carson's draft stock? Nah, I don't think it will. I don't think it will affect his draft stock because I think he was viewed a certain way anyway. I think he's viewed as a mid-round pick, and he's still going to be a mid-round pick. He's gonna be a mid-round pick. He's been in college so long, so that's basically what happened to Josh yesterday. Yeah, they gonna give Josh the benefit of the doubt though. Miami, you had a chance. You cannot start slow in key games when you have a quarterback who is not calm, cool, and collective down the stretch. Carson Beck is not that. He is not calm and cool. He started the game not settled down. He ended the game not settled down. And I never knew I never knew he was not throwing the ball to the right side of the field like this. This is outrageous that he forces it so much to the left. It's crazy. Just crazy. Mike Irv about to have a meltdown tomorrow. Great game, great season, both teams, for real. Shout out to you all, Natural. I'm happy for Khalil Benson. He got it on his resume. Yes. He got it on his resume. At least we got a good game. Came down to the last drive. Can't be mad about that. Marie came in. She said she's going for Indiana. She said she's repping her CU family with Benson. Benson is now a national champion. He's now a national champion. So, and Miami is back looking for another quarterback. They're looking for another quarterback. So the future of the NFL quarterback plays are checkdowns. Yeah, if you were looking at these guys, I would say Mendoza, he did have some back shoulder plays that were good when the game was on the line. He did have two of those to the right side that weren't bad, but I'm not as high on Mendoza as everybody else is who talks about, anything related to the NFL draft. I don't think he's the sure thing, number one. Signetti said he getting a beer. I seen something where he said he can only have one beer because once he have two, he go to sleep. This was a good game. It was an entertaining game, so I'm not going to be upset on that side. We know what to expect. We know how the media is going to spin it, which is cool. Hey, have your day. I'm just happy that we don't got to deal with it in our circle because we know the Browns are not getting Mendoza, so we don't got to worry about it. We don't got to worry about it over here. We don't got to worry about it. Shout out to y'all. This has been a great 3 days of streaming. We had a watch party Saturday night. We had a watch party Sunday night. And we had a watch party Monday night. And we had a stream earlier today. So shout out to y'all for tapping into the streams. This has been fun. We back at this thing Wednesday, 10:30 Eastern Standard Time. Make sure you like the stream on the way out. If you are not subscribed, make sure you subscribe. Enjoy the next couple of days. Don't worry about what the Falcons got going on. That's on them. And I will see y'all on Wednesday. I appreciate y'all. Peace, everybody.